Blazin Hit Radio.
Better music,
less commercials,
more Larry and Kathie.
Happy Friday!
Jinx,
you owe me a Coke.
Yay, it's Friday.
Thank God. You have an appearance today? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I'm going to be at Larry Miller Nissan from 11 to 1.
Which is right at Lucid and C470. And I just took one of my friends there. He came up when I was there last Saturday.
Yeah, Jeff.
And he got something because the deals are so crazy good. So definitely go see Kathie.
It's funny you say that because Jeff was with you earlier Saturday. And then he came to my house for a poker party.
Oh, nice.
And he was telling me that at the time, he couldn't decide because there were too many good choices.
Right.
And he was like, I don't know if I could do the Rogue Sport or I
Is that really me?
Right.
He overthinks everything. I'll just get a car, will you?
They were all, but it's good to know that he had a lot of good choices.
For sure.
And then there was one on the second chance lot.
Oh, nice.
On the pre-owned cars
yeah,
that he
definitely
really liked.
Yeah, it was an Infinity.
Right.
Yeah,
oh, my God, I love Infinities.
Infinity! So that's 11 to 1. Go see our girl, Kathie.
Tomorrow, yes.
Yeah.
So come on down if you need a car. Because, I was thinking it's going to be snowing.
Right. The roads are going to get terrible.
It always reminds you, oh, yeah, I need a better car when the weather's bad.
As you're sliding off. Ah!
I need a car. So on the text line already, good morning, Marissa. We love you. She's always like one of the first people to say, hey, good morning.
Nice.
Yes, we love you, Marissa. And this one, good morning and happy Friday. My husband wanted me to ask you guys if you ever hear from Brown Sugar or Ben from 100 years ago. He was thinking about it yesterday and asked me to text in and ask you. Have a fabulous day. So glad you guys are back.
I hear from Brown Sugar every day.
You do?
Because I'm Brown Sugar. Hey, how y'all doing? I'm Brown Sugar.
That's right.
That's right. I was called all the time.
I was like, hey, hi, Brown Sugar.
I was that hooker that used to call, and I was like, where are all the facts? Hey, how y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, girl. I just earning a living.
Didn't you always wear like some sort of cheetah print?
Yeah, girl.
Isn't that the image I have?
Yes, girl. You know me.
Yes, mama.
I used to look like Cardi B. Cardi B.
Cardi B.
Before she got surgery.
Exactly, right. Definitely more busted in the face.
Ben was a real guy.
Oh, Ben.
He was like just a little kid that used to call the station, and
he was disabled.
Right. He was definitely like a mental something or other, but really nice guy. But he kind of had a weird voice, and he kind of talked like this. So he became one of the regulars on the show.
Yeah, we liked Ben.
Yeah. And we, in fact, went and hung out with him one time.
We did.
And we were like, that's never happening again. Just kidding. We're just trying to be nice to him.
Ben remember he worked at Goodwill. He was a checker at Goodwill. And that's when we first realized the cool programs that Goodwill had to help people.
For sure.
In the community. And then, but I do remember when we went to have
get ice cream with him because we were like he started like heard because he'd been on the show a bunch, and then somebody where he worked was like, they're making fun of you, dude. And we're like, no, we're not making fun of him. We're like, he's just himself on the show.
Totally.
And he's like just one of those characters, kind of like the Stern Show. People call in, they have a different voice, and then they become kind of a regular.
Right.
And so he became a little celebrity in his own
He was endearing to me.
For sure. And so we were like, dude, we're taking you for ice cream because we're not hating on you or whatever.
Right. We want to prove to you we like you.
So we went and had ice cream with him, and we were like, we can never hang with him ever again. I think he's on drugs.
No, that wasn't it.
We thought it's like part disability, part crank.
No, it ended up being his dad or someone didn't want him to hang out with us
or be on the show or whatever. So we were just trying to.
We never got to hear from Ben again.
I know. So right now he's probably like the CEO of a company or something.
Yeah. Every time I do something with Goodwill, I'm like, do you have an employee named Ben here? Because I'd love to see.
He's the CEO of Goodwill now.
Exactly. You mean Mr. Ben Williams?
He's like, welcome to the meeting, everybody.
Hey, so do you remember the day that we put Ben on the phone with I dunno?
Right, and it was just a nightmare because they even Ben knew she was weird.
Right. That was the best part because
he's like, you're kind of weird.
I don't know.
Right.
Had an accent, but she was a sister.
And it was kind of a fake accent because but we didn't know this was just another regular caller.
She was like an Asian / Jamaican / I don't know what she was.
She called initially and was like, how about that? Oh, yeah, how about it? And so we were like, wow, you're a sexy lady. And she's like, oh, thank you.
That's always what you say. How about that?
How about it? And we were like, huh. And so we entertained her for a couple calls. And then eventually, like, we got to see what you look like.
Yes.
And when she came down and she's like a regular lady.
She's kind of busted.
Older black.
Right.
We're like, you're not me so horny. What's with the accent?
Right.
She's like, I don't know, man. Then it turned Jamaican, man.
Yeah.
How about that?
She did. When then she's told a story about something up on the roof, and she had a sound effect with it.
Right. And she goes, and then I thought, and I threw at this man on a rock and on the head.
Right.
Right. And she's
that's what it was.
And that's, how about that? And we're like, what? And every time she go, how about that? We'd be like,
I remember going, how about what?
How about
I don't
it?
understand what you're saying.
I thought she kind of initially had a sexy lady vibe.
You did. You were feeling it.
Well, I was still in the closet, so somebody on that show had to represent heterosexual feelings, and it wasn't coming out of Kendall.
It wasn't Kendall.
So when there was a sexy lady call, I had to be like, you kind of sound sexy.
Right.
To rep for people that were thinking she sounded sexy. But then we all found out she wasn't all that sexy. And then we also had angry black lady.
Oh,
who was
yeah.
Like,
I shot Cherry Creek.
I shot Cherry Creek. How about you?
Yeah. She was angry.
Yeah, she was really angry, and we purposely gave her a prize so we could find out what she looked like.
Right.
And then she came to pick up a prize, and the lady at the front desk were like, you have to tell us when this person comes to pick up the prize, because we have to know what she looks like. And then there she came to pick up her prize, and we were all peering over the ledge.
Right.
And she had like half gloves on, leather half gloves.
Totally.
She's kind of butch. And
yeah, she wasn't what I expected either.
Right. I was expecting a lady from Cherry Creek.
Yeah, right.
I got G unit and everything. Why'd y'all talk about the bird flu?
I remember when she said that, we were like, what? Huh?
Right.
How about that? Yeah, we had good people. Did you realize
most of them went away because of restraining orders and because I just stopped doing the voice.
Right. But brown sugar,
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, good.
You know what's crazy about brown sugar? I'll say the thing about brown sugar and Grandpa and Eileen Ulett. They was all the same person.
Yeah.
Like, they all had the same jokes. Like, Grandpa was like, ooh, I'm horny. And Brown Sugar's all, I'm turning tricks.
Right.
And Eileen Ulick's all, I'm horny too.
Right. So what does that say about the person behind the characters?
That he was just a horny guy.
Exactly.
A very good actor.
A very good horny actor.
He was like living in the role.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's you.
Right.
That's
He knew Eileen Ulick kind of from inside out. That didn't sound right.
No. I was going to say, what are you talking about?
By the way, Wig is running a little bit late. Producer Bolty sitting in the chair. What's up, buddy?
Good morning.
Good morning,
Friday.
Bolty.
What's up, guys?
So yeah, Wiggins will be here. We're going to do Open Phone Friday. We really want you to call us about anything. You can text us about anything on the Yola Rum line, 303-728-3420. You can also send us a shout out on the app.
Yep.
If you hit the menu bar, you can go to shout outs. But it's Open Phone Friday. We'll talk about anything. If you have a cause, you have a beef, you just want to say, hey, hit us up.
Yeah, definitely. So since we have Bolty before Wiggins gets here, how are you feeling? How's the week been since your breakup? You doing okay on a Friday?
Yeah, just grinding with you guys and minding my own business.
Literally grinding with us.
Yeah.
We're in a relationship with him now.
Oh, I thought you meant he was up there grinding you through your grinder.
No, we're all like rubbing each other's crotches and jeans and stuff.
Or I'm on Grinder, just
You know what?
swiping.
I must have missed both of that.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't here.
Let's do that to her right now.
No.
Come here,
That's a
Kathie.
boys only thing,
I'll
apparently.
hump you into submission.
I'm going to hump you into submission.
Yeah, let's not hump till Wig gets here. It wouldn't be cool.
Yeah, that'd be
Right,
rude.
can't leave him out.
He'll get all jealous. Hit us up, Open Phone Friday, 303-728-3420.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
Now with more us.
They're just really funny.
Better music,
Less commercials.
more Larry and Kathie.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
You were talking about those kids that got saved by that drone.
Oh my God! Did you see that video? Did you see the video, Producer Bolty?
No, I didn't.
Drones are the future.
So these two kids off the coast of Australia, teenagers, ended up getting caught in the tide.
Right.
And they were like, going out.
Right,
Bye-bye.
It can happen so quickly, and you can swim all you want, and you get farther and farther when it takes you out, and then next thing you know, you're like way far away.
So they didn't know what to do. They were like, God, we got to get it. Everybody's got to get in the boat. We got to get out there. So
they called the kids in the water, called and ordered something from Amazon,
right.
which came on a drone,
Yeah.
and they threw a rope on it, and it drug them back to shore.
It was a remote controlled, the first one everywhere ever. It's a new lifeguard drone, and they were just waiting.
Right.
The Coast Guard was
They probably told those boys, swim a little farther. There's a little island over there.
No, I'm just filming the beautiful day. I don't just have the video out for, just for you guys. But a remote controlled quadcopter that they use to patrol the beaches and find swimmers who get pulled out to sea.
I'm telling you that's going to be the way of the future.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's going to be drones that are like, wow, we safely rescued 4 people off a rooftop. There's going to be drones that pick up people. And then pretty soon they're just going to be all flying around, and it's going to be like the Fifth Element, and buildings will go up, and we'll all be in flying cars. It's going to be crazy.
And then the drones will hit each other.
Right. And there'll be a new back onto regular driving law.
Right. Boo. A few hours after they unveiled it, so it is funny. It is kind of like what you...
Right.
Like, oh, how convenient that a few hours after you unveil it, you have to use it. Oh, that's weird.
They're like, release the shark.
Right. A few hours after the Coast Guard in Australia unveiled it, 2 teenagers got swept about half a mile offshore. They couldn't get back to the beach. One was 17, the other one was 15.
That's why the drone could lift him back. If these were fat adults, it'd be like, sorry.
Right.
The drone would fall in the water. Bonk.
That's why these drones are in Australia, not America.
Right. Skinny Australian teenagers.
Exactly, as opposed to Americans.
Fat American teenagers.
Right.
They're like, we've ruined 2 drones.
We've ruined 2 drones. So then here's what happened. Somebody called it in, thank God. Within the call and the drone getting there, it was 2 minutes.
Damn.
Those boys were saved in 2 minutes. It still would have taken at least 10 minutes.
For a helicopter to be called and for them to try to find
get
them.
out there. So 2 minutes. This thing is amazing. So it dropped a long flotation device from the air and that inflated when it hit the water. So that's pretty cool.
Right.
So it doesn't have to carry the big, big life raft.
Swim.
Mm-hmm. So when it hits the water, it exploded and it inflated. They were able to hang on to it and swim back to shore.
That is so dope.
Cool. First time it's ever happened. Nobody's ever used a drone by dropping a flotation device, but it is the future.
Yeah, pretty soon those are going to be everywhere. They'll be like, you know what I see?
What?
Drone bomb diffusers. So like the drone just picks it up and flies it into the sky.
Oh,
and
like
then they blow it
Superman
up
would.
or something. Like, yeah,
Right.
take it into the outer space.
Right, go.
Wow, it's going to be awesome.
That would be cool.
And drones are going to deliver the robots we have sex with in the future.
Okay, so what? So all your neighbors are going to see
Right.
Penny getting delivered?
Larry. Oh, look, Larry and Chris. They got a new male drone robot.
Another one.
Yeah. Wow, that's so crazy.
This one is blonde, too.
Well, I guess fat guys can get skinny guys.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
I love that morning show.
Now with more us.
They wake me up.
Better music, less commercials, more Larry and Kathie.
In the morning, in the shower.
On the toilet, when I'm taking a crunch, I always listen.
Yeah.
Happy Friday, Larry. Kathie Wiggins is finally here. You got a little traffic issue.
I don't know what was on 76, and then I hit 2 trains, tried to avoid one on 96, and then hit it after it started on 88th. Whatever.
You didn't hit it. I mean, you didn't actually hit
I
the
didn't
train.
actually hit it. It just
ended up
stayed
getting
there.
That would be on the news.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, then I get to 76 after the train moves. I'm like, it's completely not moving. So had to drive all the way from 88th to I-25, and I just don't know how people deal with 9 a.m. traffic. Like
or
the
even
8:30,
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock
Well,
traffic.
even now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just
right.
like, it's
Yeah, because
insane.
we get here right before it gets horrific.
Right.
So in other words, like if we leave like 10 minutes late, we're starting to taste it.
Night and day.
Yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure.
Right.
It's
Ugh.
pretty horrific.
Horrific.
Horrific. So,
Okay.
if you are stuck in traffic, this will make you laugh. A kid ordered a bong.
Oh, yeah. I want to hear this.
Yeah, and his mom watches him open it. It's,
Oh, is he in trouble?
She's like, what did you order?
This is.
He's playing dumb.
Something for. I have no idea.
Well, then give it to me. Let me see what it is.
I'm trying to see what it is.
He's like, don't.
It looks just like a.
They're
big,
totally-
like plastic vase. Look, it has like a glass bottom. I think it's like a vase.
Well, open it then.
I'm opening it. Chill.
He wants her to leave the room so he
Right.
can open
It's
it.
like a vase for like a bunch of like things.
It's a bomb.
She knew.
It's a bomb.
What the heck? I didn't order that. Ordered an Xbox card. Or Xbox remote.
It's a bomb.
Oh wow. I did not order that.
Sure you didn't.
Do not take a picture.
So
That's
I
hilarious.
guess the brother ordered the bong for that brother.
Okay.
And so he knew.
Oh.
Hey, I ordered you another controller.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then,
A glass one.
but I love how the mom was like, it's a
It's a
bong.
bong. I'm not stupid.
And I'll be taking that.
Right, she's all, and using it.
Right.
That was my dad when my mom confiscated my herb for the very first time, and I was like, I'm holding it for a friend. She's like, well, you tell your friend you're not holding his drugs anymore.
Is that what
And I was
your
like, I
mother-
will tell him that, Mom. I will.
But
Tell
your
him.
dad.
Right, but the next day my dad's like, that was awesome pot.
Right.
I was like, really? And then I still had to play that I was holding it for a friend, so I couldn't go, oh, really?
Yeah, you just
I was
like-
just like, oh, whatever. I
Well,
wouldn't know about that.
I'll tell my friend.
Dumb friend.
Yeah. I don't hang out with him anymore.
Yeah.
So at any time you can send us a shout out, a text, a message, or a call, and we got a shout out right here. That was for Kathie because Kathie's trying to do an all sugar diet. Or no.
That's what I have
do
done.
The all sugar diet.
That's what I have been on.
Right.
Now I'm
sorry.
trying to switch it up.
I just don't know who you are anymore. It just confuses me.
No sugar diet.
No sugar diet.
I have no idea what this is.
That's
Oh yeah.
That was the bomb.
yeah.
I have no idea what it is either.
That's the all bong diet. Yeah.
It's made of glass sugar.
Right.
Good morning, Kathie J. I have a suggestion for you. I heard you talking about giving up sugar, and that's my goal for 2018 as well. So maybe you could create some type of challenge on your Facebook page, say like a 30-day sugar-free challenge. Everybody can sign up. We can support each other via Facebook or email or text messages, and at the end of the 30 days, we can all kind of come together, and if we want to,
Eat sugar.
we can report our progress and say, I went 20
sugar.
days and then I had
She's
a
like,
breakdown and
Kathy's
had
like,
the whole
meat for pie? We should all meet for pie at
That's
the end
right.
of 30 days.
Come on, raise your hand if you thought that's where she was going.
I don't think it's
She's like, 30 days, we should all support each other and see what our results are. Kathy's like, took her first bite of pie already.
oh my god.
I thought we were meeting
you
for
meant,
pie.
keep supporting each
You're all
other.
there.
huh?
Why was the meeting at Village Inn?
Exactly.
This makes no sense.
On Free Pie Wednesday, nonetheless.
Don't alcoholics meet every Thursday at a bar
Yes,
to binge
exactly.
before they give it up?
After 30 days.
That's funny.
say, I went 20 days and then I had a breakdown and had to eat a whole Sara Lee cheesecake. Or I completed the whole 30 days, but on the 31st day, I locked myself in the bathroom and ate a bag of Hershey's Kisses. But no, seriously, I think it would be a good idea. You're very popular and you're well loved in the Denver community. And if you were to start something like a support group for a 30-day challenge to give up sugar, I think it would not only help you, but it would help others in the community. I know I would love to participate in a challenge if you started one. Once again, I want to say I am so happy that you and Larry and Wiggins are back. You make my morning so much brighter. I drive in every morning for an hour and a half listening to you guys on the radio, and it is amazing. Welcome back. Happy New Year. Love you, Wiggins. Shout out to you, Larry. Lammy, lammy, lammy. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.
I love you.
Oh, it was a really good idea she had.
Yes.
But if Kathie flubs in 10 days, then it's all for naught, and she has to stop the page.
She doesn't want to go to a support group and admit that
that's
she
why I was like, oh, that's really a lot of accountability.
Right, it's
on
a
me.
commitment. It's total
Right,
commitment
like-
because even when when we've been on the air, and sometimes if I'm trying to lose weight, I don't say anything because I'm trying not to set myself up.
No, Larry.
No,
no.
Let me finish.
Okay.
So then
let me.
fine.
Okay.
So I try to be on the low about
Yeah,
it,
right.
And then once in a while, during the course of our career, we've had an endorsement for something that was weight loss.
Yeah.
And then the problem with that is you've not only committed yourself to this, you're committed to a client now, and now people are listening to you, and they're
Right.
going, oh, well, now I'm going to track that progress. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And so nothing is worse. So now when anybody approaches us with, do you want to do a weight loss endorsement? We're all, no!
No.
Because it's added pressure because people are watching.
Yeah, for sure.
And so if you did this, it'd be the same. But I know what you're going to say.
Okay, what am I about to say?
What is she about to say,
She's about
Larry?
to say that when her and I have been like, all right, let's start a program and let's not say anything about
Yes,
it.
here we
and
go.
we're just going to be real discreet about it.
Yeah, right.
And then what happens is like 10 days in, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm all about it. I'm into it.
And he's singing it to the world. He wants everyone to know I'm on a diet.
This is true.
And it's working. And I want to tell you all the benefits I'm feeling.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
then so
Drives me crazy.
only 'cause
Meanwhile, Kathie's over there like, shut up.
I know it drives her crazy because I'm
he-
verbally committing us to something.
And, right.
And then
it's also the fact that 10 days earlier, he was the one that made
said,
a point.
don't say anything.
That's
to
how
tell
he
me
does.
that's what
I
he
know,
does.
but here's the
That's how
thing.
he
Like,
does.
it's just like, don't say anything to the press. Hey, I did an interview.
Oh, yeah, I did an interview, and it's
Right.
being published next week.
Right.
Oh, okay. We're not
Like,
supposed to talk to them.
That's totally
That was
like-
I was tricked by the media.
You
I
are
was-
not
Twice.
tricked.
I got
You got tricked twice.
I got tricked because
You got tricked twice.
When you're
what?
talking
No, the
to
other one
someone
was
who
tricked.
works at a publishing company or is a writer,
They're
you
not your friend.
They're not talking to you. Yeah, they're not being like, so how's your day, Larry?
Right.
Oh, that's
No,
good.
no,
They're
no.
writing down every single thing
I
you say.
understand that. I realized that halfway
Yeah.
through. I realized that I heard typing halfway through.
Was
And
this
then
the first time or the second
That
time?
was the first time, and
Okay.
then our agent was like, "Oh, it should be fine. I mean, like, all you have to tell those guys is it's off the record." And I was like,
Didn't say that.
"Okay, I didn't know that was the thing you're supposed to say."
But that's what
That's what you say
everyone
in the
says.
movies.
Yes,
I know, but I didn't think a reporter would sit there and go, "Oh, sure, I'm not going to say all this stuff down
Didn't
that
you
I'm
think it was
typing."
weird he was asking you all these questions?
Right.
No, it started out as a conversation about, like, I thought we were going to make the parameters and be like, well, when should we do this?
Yeah,
And
but
then
when
little
he's
did I
asking you
know-
specifics,
I know, I was just giving him, like, a little information.
No. You gave
there,
him a lot.
Kathy, there was a time, and
Yeah.
this girl's asking him questions, and this was an interview he knew he was going to do.
Out
This
front
is
magazine.
the first one
This is
where
the
I
first
feel
one.
you still got duped by her.
Out front? No, I thought it was a great
I was
interview.
there.
Oh.
I was there, and so she was saying things, and I remember, so I'm on the computer like,
Right.
and then he's saying things, and I go, I even said, this is off the record. And he goes, no, it's fine. And I go,
Oh, then never mind. I'm not okay.
No,
Well,
no,
she's
but-
off the hook.
But that was an interview that I knew that I was doing, and then it was happening, and
but there was things that were said where I was like, what?
You shouldn't be saying that.
I know, but I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. So I'm not in charge of media anything. Like,
Okay,
Too
you know
late.
what? After that interview with the girl, we're going into our last situation. I heard you say that I'm not in charge of media anything.
Right. And then
it
I
was
got a call
also
from the
followed-
Westward, and
You were high and happy, hanging
he was
out.
super nice, and I was like, you wait till you hear our story, sir. It's going to be so good when we set this interview up. So anyway.
And then you
Right.
went and told him.
Well, I was giving him a little tease, like, oh, man, if you only
no.
knew.
No, you
And then I heard
definitely-
typing, and then I was like, maybe this is the interview.
Yeah.
And then I was like, huh.
I just think it's funny and to me irresponsible that out of all the times my name has been mentioned in the Westward, not once has that guy talked to me. Not once have I given him a quote.
Yeah.
Not once, but yet, I just think.
Whatever. Westward was so weak. I remember there was a point where they were like yelling at us to share their article on our networks
And I
about
was like,
us.
right.
It's like, what?
Well, no, I just was like, I'm not going to share that article. Larry shouldn't have said any of that.
What?
Oh, this is a different
Which one?
article. Yeah,
Oh, that
this is
other-
the one where they
oh.
actually wrote it.
Oh, yeah, that
and
was
then,
stupid.
And then they were like, you need to share it on your networks. I was like, but the article's about us, supposed to tell people to come to us,
Right.
not tell people who already are with us to come to us.
stay
That
with
that
us,
doesn't make
yeah.
any sense. And we were getting yelled at by all these people. I was like, okay, y'all are morons about how
Right.
social media works. Like,
Right.
come on now.
Right, and the only time people really grab a Westward is to, put it at the bottom of their bird cage, or, they're training their puppy.
Yeah.
Nobody
Sometimes
really reads it.
I like to know, you get some ads for some weed.
Some ads. How about all ads?
Do you know they were? they were totally struggling for money, and thank God they're like, we'll take your weed money.
No,
we
for
will
sure.
be more than happy.
Well, that's why you go to their
That's why-
site and they
that's-
look like a porn advertisement site.
True.
all
No,
over
for
them.
sure. That's the only thing that's keeping them afloat. They're like, we're the last paper.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, true. You heard the Denver Post now is charging.
Oh, yeah.
You want to go online
Oh,
to get
really?
their information. It's like there's no real journalists anymore.
Right.
I don't know.
It sucks.
It's off the record, right, Larry?
Right. All this is off the record.
Don't talk to me about interviews in media. I'm not in charge of that.
We got a call right here. We'll go live, but we might cut off if they get too crazy. Hello, are you there? Oh, if they're not. Nope, they're gone. They were there. I always get worried because I'm like, you never know. Some listeners are really good, and some listeners are all F-bomb, F-bomb,
Blah,
F-bomb,
blah,
blah,
blah.
blah.
No. But regardless, we want you to call us now because it's Open Phone Friday.
Yep.
Yeah.
303-728-3420, the YOLO Rum line. You can also send us a shout out, but we would like to hear from you in any capacity. Like I said, if you have a beef or you have a cause or you just want to say hello.
This is all on the record, though, so anything you say will be played back on.
No,
on
you
air.
can put me on hold and I'll tell you some
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Here we go.
But I was trying to be worried about being censored. We have an Ari Shafir interview that I want to play because it was a great interview from yesterday, and
He was so
He's
cool.
in town tonight and tomorrow, and he had some sold out shows. I don't know. They added 2 new shows. I don't know if those sold out at Comedy Works at Larimer.
Yeah, there might be the only one left since today's Friday. The only one left that you could get possibly tickets for is the midnight show that he added for tomorrow night, Saturday night.
Exactly. So, but I do want to play the Ari Shafir. So if there's a little bit of cussing, it's not bad. It was a little
It's
much.
not bad.
no, it was
it's like
bad.
5 or 6 F-bombs.
Just get ready
Some
for
S-bombs.
it. It's all
Just
right.
be ready for
People
it.
want uncensored from you guys. They don't want to hear.
Wow,
the,
hey, you're in charge for
I
sure.
am, so that's
He's
why I'm
very-
throwing it in.
He's very natural with his language.
I know, but I would debate it. I'd say, because we had a comedian in before that, the week before, and I would definitely grabbed that interview
Nick.
and took all the curse words out.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
we
people
built.
want uncensored.
Okay,
Nick
I would
Kuhn.
debate that because we have a brand. We built our brand on
With
no
kids.
cursing.
Well,
and
then
families.
text us if you want uncensored and call us. If you want uncensored or
If you want the
censored.
interview censored, it's going to take Bolty an hour to do that.
Or why don't we play it a little later when
Right.
kids might be at school?
Yeah, there you go.
Nah.
Because I have plenty
Yes,
of
we
things
have
to
good
talk about.
content.
Then maybe we could play it later.
Better music,
Less commercials.
more Larry and Kathy.
Happy Friday. I can't stop saying that. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
We were talking that it's Open Phone Friday. You can call us about anything. You can give us a shout out. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So this one on the text line, Larry says, "Hey guys, happy Friday." I've been a loyal listener forever, but never caught this part. Larry, your real dad seems super funny. I know you have a stepdad now. What happened to your real dad? Not sure if this is a touchy subject. Sorry if it was. Just curious.
Oh, no, it's not touchy. He just was like a party guy, and he just never could let that go.
Right, but
So-
he was in your life with your mom.
Oh no,
and
for
he
sure.
Was,
No,
he was
we had a
present.
great life.
He was your dad.
He was a great guy. He hard worker. He's a master jeweler who
Grew
loved
up in
life.
Denver with
Right.
a lot of cousins and got in a lot of trouble.
Well, no, he definitely ran with the tough guys, I guess, or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But then he just became a master jeweler, and he was so good that anybody that was a jeweler in Denver knew about him, because if they couldn't fix something, or repair something, or create something, they would send everybody to him. Mm-hmm. And then people would just fall in love with my dad's personality because he was hilarious.
And your dad was also Larry Ulibarri.
Correct.
Yes.
And then so he was just loved life, lived it to the fullest, just one of those people that's couldn't let the party go. He just wanted I'm gonna keep partying or whatever. And so it was just too much for him at one point.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it was it was devastating at the time, you know what I mean? Because you're just not prepared for that as a teenager or whatever. But
So did his body just give out from all of the partying?
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
It was just one time too many party or
Okay.
whatever. You know what I mean?
So he passed away. Who found him? Where was he?
It was not. It was it was just. I don't really give all
Okay.
those details.
Okay,
but
sorry.
It's all good, but it's it was just he was so funny, and he really the irony of our relationship was he was hella bent on teaching me a trade and teaching me to be a jeweler.
Uh-huh.
Wanted to hand the business to me.
I can see that. You're his son. You
For
have
sure.
his name.
And it never took. We had a very hit and miss relationship. He'd hit me, and then I'd
You'd
I'd
run.
be missing. No,
Hit the streets and run.
I'd be missing.
Larry was like,
No,
sorry, Father, I want to be in show business.
Right, and I ran like an antelope. Like he could sometimes never catch me, and it killed him. But no. So, the point is, he was wanting to pass this off to me, but what I ended up picking up from him was his humor, and he was so funny, and like people would just didn't care if their jewelry was late; they just wanted to hang around him.
Yeah, that's true.
And,
like you,
right,
people
right.
just want to hang around.
And so he was just like, had that dynamic personality. And so he passed that humor off to me. And then that's what I ended up doing. I fell into radio right out of high school. And I've been in morning radio ever since. And it was like, he showed me what a sense of humor was and how valuable that was, because people were just like, oh man, that guy's funny.
No, when you tell me stories about your dad, there's stories that I just can't even comprehend them, but they sound so funny, so cool. Like the only way that somebody like you could be created is by somebody like him with that kind of a personality. Like you would tell me stories like he would pick you up, you and your sister up from school, and then just drive to the airport and you would go somewhere.
Right. Like he was just like Mr. Last Minute. Like him and my mom would be like, we'd come home from school and there'd be a note, we're gone for a couple days. And we're like, okay. And so he was just like every time we'd leave Heritage Square, which is in Golden, and we'd drive down to our house in Westminster, coming down I-70, get off on Sheridan, and there's Lakeside is right there. And we'd be working all day and it'd be late at night and he'd be like, one time on the roller coaster.
That's cool.
And we're like, what? He's like, one time on the roller coaster. So we'd pay to go in Lakeside, ride the roller coaster, get back in the car, and drive home.
Are you kidding me?
Right. And then we'd be all, that was crazy. And that became the thing. So it was like, we'd all look at each other.
One time on the roller coaster. That's cool.
And that's when you could just pay an admission. You pay for one ticket for one ride, and then you go, whatever. So he was just like, spontaneous and crazy and the food fight dad, but then, the only reason I came out the way I did is because it was being balanced by the cult religion side.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of this weird thing because if I'd had free reign, I would have probably ended up like my other cousins and like a lot in jail or in trouble or weird.
Drug addict.
Still living at home.
Right.
And so I think that the structure that the cult gave me initially was good.
Yeah.
Because it kept me out of trouble. But then I had to fight to get out of that mentality of the cult because I was definitely not wanted in the cult.
Right.
Right. So
I also love I love to hear the love story of your mom and your dad.
yeah, it was like a movie. It was seriously a movie.
Right, because your dad was like the crazy.
He's like the guy that was John Travolta in Grease.
Right, and she
was the nice girl that was Sandy.
Right, and
she was
she
a
was
virgin.
hot.
And Sandy.
And she was hot.
Right, she was so. But it was just a weird era when they met. Because when my mom tells the story, she's like, I was selling tickets to a dance at your dad's school. She went to North, he went to West. She was selling tickets to a dance, probably the Under the Sea dance. And I swear to God. And then my mom was like, I didn't expect to meet anybody. She was like, I was in rollers. I was like, you wore rollers
to
somebody other school, a rival school? I was like, you what?
Like hair rollers?
Right.
What?
And then a kerchief over it. And I was like, whoa. And then even then, her having rollers in her hair, you'd think, no, but guy's going to ask that girl out. My dad was like, I'll buy tickets if you go to the dance with me. And she was like, wrong. And she was like, you can buy the tickets, whatever. And then so she was leaving the school after selling the tickets and he went out on the roof where you could walk out. And he was like at West High School that faced that park. And he was like, Joan, go to the dance with me.
I love that.
And she's like, walk faster. Yeah. And then he did the whole, just like in that, Rizzo and that other dude.
Yeah.
That happened to my mom and dad. She's like, at some point, the 50s innocent girl's like, I'm pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's like, I guess we're getting married.
Yeah, that's awesome, though. I love
Wow.
it. I just think it's great.
That's cool.
Because after meeting your mom is so sweet, so nice.
She was so innocent.
Totally.
And my dad was always just perving out on her and just he was just so funny and just the opposite of her.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Oh.
And scene.
And scene.
You can
I
buy
love it.
where it's being made into a movie.
Yeah,
for a
right.
lifetime.
You should sell the rights. The North Sider and the West Sider.
So many stories.
Yeah, totally. Somebody's happy. I went to West too. Yes. And then truck driver Nate on the text line says, good morning. Happy Friday. It's my last day with the current company I'm with. Time to move on to something bigger and better. I start on the 29th with the new company, so I get the next week off. Congratulations,
Yay.
truck driver Nate. And you know,
That-
something is always bigger and better around the corner. So congratulations to you for taking the leap.
Right, and enjoy the little break that you'll have in between.
Yeah,
Because
totally.
you're going to be grinding again soon.
Exactly, right.
So go on a bender.
Go on a better.
Go crazy.
So everyone is getting the flu.
I know. I'm keep freaking out that. Where's some wood? Is this made of wood? This seems part
No,
of the
this
board.
is IKEA, so it's definitely not.
Are you
Oh,
gonna?
I
what are you
know
getting?
some-
Here's
I'm
recycled
not even
paper.
I'm not even like this. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I'm not like what do you call this?
Superstitious.
Knock on wood,
Yeah, I'm not.
superstitious. Yeah, I don't
But-
think there's a
No,
single
you're not,
thing
but
of
I
wood
am.
in
No,
here.
The table over there is.
There's a table right over there.
the bar
Stool.
that producer Bolty's sitting at.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not
Okay.
going to fall into superstition.
I
Oh,
do.
damn it.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
Now he's gonna get it. He's gonna get sick because he touched that, and that's got all
No,
the bacteria
because I
on
let
it.
my headphones hit the ground and they go in my ears. And you're right. I'm probably going to. Okay,
Yeah.
no, I'm
And
not gonna
I
do-
will let you know. I showed up yesterday. I came back here like at 12:30ish, I think, or
Okay.
something. No, maybe later. But anyways, I came. No, it was like 1:32. Came here to the studio really fast, and
Take a deucer.
no, and I heard. I came in upstairs and I heard, and I was like, "What is?"
Housekeeping.
Aldo was down here cleaning.
Oh, yeah.
So he vacuumed. He'd sprayed down our mics. He had sprayed down where producer Bolty sits.
Right.
So the place is clean.
Well, and like I said, I wanted to knock on wood because, everybody you see, everybody falling off like
Yep.
flies, like
Yep.
people that you know, and on social media, especially we have like huge people, a lot of people that we follow, and so you're just seeing people dropping off, and I'm like, ooh, that's not going to happen, and. There was a couple days ago where I thought, why am I blowing my nose? Why am I getting a little stuffy? What's going on?
Right.
And I was like,
Oh, my God.
And it didn't turn into anything. So it was like close call, but I'm kind of really trying to limit my public exposure.
Yeah, no, for real. Mm-hmm. And I jinxed us, my family, because just last week we were all talking about the fact that we weren't sick.
And then Avery got sick.
And then Avery, all of a sudden last Friday, she's like, ugh.
Now, is she
It was like
aware
the
that she's
deep
sick,
voice.
or do you just hear her and then your parental senses
no,
go
that's
off?
what it is.
Because she's not coming up to you being like, "I'm sick,"
Sometimes.
right?
Because the last thing you want is to say, oh my God, you're sick.
And
Are you
she-
okay? Because
Oh, yes, I'm sick.
then, exactly.
They go into acting mode and like,
Into-
I can't go.
And she,
I wanna be
I love
baby
Avery
mode.
because she is a little actress.
Oh, totally.
She's the total
I know.
she gets it from a mama.
Oh, thanks.
No, not in a bad
no,
way,
But
no.
then she did do I am sick, and I was like, oh, well, I guess you can't go with cousin Jessica tomorrow. She's
I'm
like,
not
oh,
sick.
right,
I'm not
right.
sick. I'm not
so
sick.
she felt better, but then it's been all week, like just like monitoring it, but it hasn't been fever or anything like that. But then, just last night, everybody's playing. We were having a great time. It's bedtime. Gianna lays down, and the cough
Oh, no.
coming off of her was just, man, it had something in it. I was sitting there with little kids. There's these things that it's like a bulb that you can suck their snot out
Oh,
with.
right.
But it's not the old school blue ones that
Okay.
you squeeze, and it's
Okay.
actually a bulb hooked to a tube that goes into the parent's mouth.
Okay.
But there's
And
a
you
filter.
suck it out?
But there's a filter
Oh,
that
that
stops
stops-
You better.
the snot.
There's going to be a day where that
but then
filter
you're still,
breaks.
No, or you're still getting the air from it.
Sure,
so you definitely like.
But
if
I'm
it-
willing to do it.
Right. That's crazy.
But I did it to myself one time because I wanted to know what it felt like to literally have your
What did it feel
snot,
like?
your snot pulled out of you.
What did it feel like?
It feels freaky, funky.
Whoa.
Like it's crazy.
Like, oh my God, you got my brain. Right? Like, stop.
Right. Because there's sometimes that I'm like trying to like really suck it out of
It's
her.
like when you're smoking a bowl and it's clogged and you're just like, suck harder.
Right. It's that kind of
Right,
sucking for
right,
sure.
right. Oh my
So
God.
last night while we were, I was like, oh God. So eventually she fell asleep, or I fell asleep, and she kept coughing. I don't know what happened, but
That's so weird that
I'm
you
hoping
said
that
that.
it doesn't turn into a cold.
Because I saw a video and it was on Facebook and I was like, I was so disgusted by it. It must have been what you were talking about, that same thing.
Uh-huh.
And people were doing it without the filter to other adults.
Ew.
Like a dare thing.
Like
So-
suck my snot?
Uh-huh.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, and I had to scroll right past it. I was like, people and what they'll post.
Yeah.
I hate people that post animals getting hurt.
Yeah.
Or some sort of gross giant zit getting popped.
Right,
Or a flesh wound.
Or
surgery.
arm breaking.
Right, nobody wants to see that.
Did you see the surgery with the undigested noodles being pulled out?
Oh no!
Hey!
see, now you just did it to me.
And you didn't have to see it, though.
Was it a blockage? Why did they
I don't
need to
know.
pull him out?
It looked like he ate at an Olive Garden for a week straight because there's so many built up in there.
Jeez,
and they were
gross.
just pulling it out, and then it looks gross, so everyone thinks it's worms. But then
I was going to say because it looked like a bunch of spaghetti.
Yeah, you
I
just
can't
realize
watch
this
those.
is spaghetti. Yeah.
Well, obviously, people like Wiggins are the ones that like to watch those videos.
I will say yesterday was the first time I actually was willing to watch it, and then I was like, I don't think I'm gonna watch these type of things
No, I
again.
just can't. It gives me a gross feeling, especially like somebody, and sometimes there's no warning before it. So like right away you'll see like animal abuse, and you're like, I didn't want to see that.
Right. This one on the text line, Happy Friday. It's time to drink. Alcohol kills germs.
That is true.
It is
It's time
true.
to drink.
So what you're saying is give Gianna a shot?
Right.
Just clean her right out.
No, a little baby shot.
Okay, but there is a flu survival kit, everybody out there. Did you?
Is it at Walgreens?
No. This is just what doctors are saying do because it'll take you out. This flu strain.
Oh no! They're saying like
They're saying it's going to take 6 months for them to get enough antibiotic or anti-flu.
I've never got a flu
not
shot.
flu shots, but the things that can help
the
people
green,
if they
the
have the
Z-Pack
flu.
or whatever. The
I don't
antibiotics.
believe in the flu shot. I've never got a flu shot a single time.
Right.
I have before, and I've gotten sick on it, and not. So it's just
Right.
it just depends on what
I
you're
agree.
exposed to.
The government wants you to take that.
Whatever.
Yeah, I that's too much thought process for me.
The worst I ever had the flu was like I got so dehydrated that I really thought I was going to die
Okay.
because not only did I never in my whole life have a Charlie horse, I didn't even know what a Charlie horse was. Then I got two at the same time in both calves.
They just took you down.
And I didn't know what was happening because I've never had one.
Oh, wow,
So
you're lucky.
It was like 1, 2, and I thought I couldn't even comprehend what was happening to me.
No, because it's painful.
And so I was like on the floor, and I was trying to crawl, and I was like screaming.
How old were you?
I was living in the townhouse with Chris.
Oh my God! So
Yeah.
you were an adult.
Never had a Charlie horse.
Are you kidding
and
me?
it was complete dehydration.
Wow.
And
with muscular, sexy calves like
that's
yours.
what made it even worse. I think that's what it was like.
Because you have a lot of calf or muscles.
I guess
to be dehydrated.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So, anyways, everybody out there, let's move this conversation along. A flu survival kit.
Okay.
A thermometer to track your fever is what doctors recommend you have. Checking your temperature at least twice a day when you are sick. So once the sickness hits you, check yourself to make sure that you don't have a fever.
Right. So that's thermometer or the ear thing.
Right. There's one that you just rub across your forehead now.
Yeah, that's fancy.
What, does it
That's
turn colors or
awesome.
something?
No,
No,
it's just literally.
Picks up your heat. It's crazy. They use it at the office, but you can buy them at Walgreens.
Yeah, you totally can.
It's the future.
It's the future. Number 2, like Larry was just saying, you want to drink lots of fluid or else you get Charlie horses.
Yeah, you get dehydrated, and dehydration will land you in the hospital super quick because they have to like put fluid in you, and then if that has ever happened to you, you can feel the fluid going in.
You really can. It's
yeah,
crazy.
it's a cooling sensation, and you're like, whoa, give me another bottle of that.
Right. Could you put something else in
Right,
it? Let's make this a cocktail.
Right?
I'll be here for 24 hours at least.
Is there any of those bags that say Absolute?
Water's ideal, but you should have stuff like Gatorade and Pedialyte to replenish your electrolytes. I was watching something on Nightly News, and because they don't have enough stuff to treat people that are coming in with the flu in certain areas like Missouri. Missouri's huge right now with in St. Louis, like bad flu cases. They literally are stocking all the shelves in the hospitals with Pedialyte and Gatorade.
Right.
Isn't that crazy?
Remember,
you're like, oh, that's the most expensive bottle of Gatorade I've ever had. Thank you, hospital.
Remember when my super nice friend Ryan had the flu and he I was supposed to bring
and
him.
you didn't help him?
Yeah, what happened with that?
He's like, Ryan helps me all the time.
He's still alive. He's still alive. No, but he wanted Pedialyte popsicles.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they must have those.
Yeah.
I need a Pedialyte popsicle.
I'm on it,
Whenever
buddy.
the dog would get sick, I'd give him some Pedialyte.
Oh, I didn't know you can give him dog.
Totally. Okay, fever and pain reliever. You want Tylenol or Motrin, everybody?
Not Advil?
Tylenol or Motrin is
Okay.
what they're saying. Just be sure to read the directions for any medicine, especially if you got kids. Be careful with what you're giving the kids. But for most people, fevers and pain relief is Tylenol and Motrin.
Right.
Okay, which is good to know. 'cause
Right.
I always get confused between ibuprofen and this and
See,
that.
I always take ibuprofen, but now that I know, I mean,
so Tylenol's not ibuprofen? See, I don't know.
right? Ibuprofen, I think, is Advil.
Okay.
But I could be wrong.
Exactly, we don't know.
I sure like the commercials for Tylenol and the fast-dissolving tips. Voiced by Susan Sarandon.
Medicine for chest congestion. So you want a nasal decongestant for stuffy nose and sinus pain.
That never works.
Non-drowsy antihistamine for runny nose.
You know what sucks is, like, if you're blocked up, sometimes it's not, but mostly it's just your swole. You know,
you're inflamed.
You're blocked, right.
Right.
So it's like you can blow your nose all day and still be swole.
True. And, of course, swole. You're swole, dude.
Steroids.
Disinfecting wipes. Stop the spread of germs and wash your hands.
Wash your ass.
Every time I go to the doctor with Kayla, because since she's pregnant and all that now, I definitely am like
Purell.
elbow opening the door.
Yeah.
In any room I go into, I'm all with that Purell stuff.
for
I'm
sure.
like, oh my God, I freak out.
No, me too.
Yeah.
On the text line, I'm with Wig. The flu shot is a way for the government to get other things into your body. I stay far away from that. I'm also convinced that's how the zombie apocalypse is going
Well,
to
damn
start.
it, now they took away all
With
credibility.
everyone who got flu shots. Okay, but then this one counteracts that. This next text says, flu shots are vital to keep kids, elderly, and people with crap immune systems healthy. Stop spreading lies about the flu shot, Wiggins. Source, I am a nurse, you are not, and I still love you.
She's part of the problem.
Oh, yes, shut up.
You're just too much of a conspiracy theorist. And what you have to understand is, and as bad as pharmaceuticals are and, you know, the drug addiction and stuff, there's so many medicines that help people and save people's lives.
I understand, but I haven't gotten the flu.
Right.
So to me, it's
Well,
like the
here's
flu
I know why
shot.
you haven't,
you-
because you don't like people and you don't go around them ever.
And that's true.
Well, and the flu shot that you get only protects you from a couple strains, which there are like many strains of the flu anyway, so it's hit or miss.
I'm just kidding, nurse.
This this person says Walgreens. I'm a tech at one. We're already swamped. But then ibuprofen and Motrin are the same, and stop low key advertising. What does that mean?
Low-key?
Low key.
I don't know. Stop low-key advertising.
Are they saying that I'm trying to advertise because I said ibuprofen and Motrin?
I don't know, because we both...
That was just in my paperwork,
I know,
sir.
but-
Everyone's getting
reading.
all mad at us.
I know.
Listen, Wiggins, this is serious. People need their
Listen
shots.
here, Kathy.
Quit promoting
Hey,
ibuprofen,
I'm trying
Kathy.
to promote Tylenol.
I know, but
Motrin.
if you said Tylenol, then I said Advil, which is their rival.
Yeah,
So
so-
that balanced that
Right,
out.
and I do Advil, cold, and sinus. Like,
Right.
that's what
And I'll
I
do
keep
the
in the
off
house.
Walmart generic
There you
aspirin.
go. Oh,
so
no,
now
I-
we got everything covered.
All my
Oh,
stuff
sorry,
is
guys.
off Walgreens.
It's time for my Heinz 57 commercial. I love Heinz 57. I think A1 steak sauce sucks.
What do you use it on your shroom steak burger?
No,
What do
you know what? I actually use it on my
What?
fake meat sometimes, on my fake burgers.
I
I
can
love
see that.
Heinz 57. Dip my fries in it, and I also love it on brown rice.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah, right.
Fake meat gives you the flu.
That's
No,
what
it
I
doesn't.
heard.
That's fake
totally
news.
what I heard.
That's fake news.
Okay. This one on the text line. The flu must be serious because my stepdaughter was exposed to the flu at her mom's house because her little brother got sick. The doctor prescribed medication to prevent her from getting the flu since she was exposed to it. Crazy thing about it is my stepdaughter's not sick at all, has 0 symptoms, and he prescribed it without seeing her and just sent it home with her mom to be taken.
Well, then we need some of that.
Yeah, I know. I want to see your doctor.
No, just somebody get us down on the low, Miss Nurse.
Oh, well, apparently we keep saying Walgreens. If someone
Like
said, no, you guys keep saying Walgreens, like no, go somewhere else.
What else is there?
Rite Aid. Go to
CVS.
Rite
Rite
Aid.
Aid, go see
CVS.
go to Walmart.
Super.
I know a guy.
Target has a pharmacy.
I know a guy who
King
can just get you
Soopers has a
drugs.
pharmacy.
Low.
Jesus, people.
Now we've given out 100 free advertisements.
Yeah, we better send them this air check and get paid.
No lie. I'm with Wiggins about the damn flu shot. I got my first flu shot in 2017, and I was the sickest I've been last week in forever. My husband considered bringing me to the hospital. It was so bad. The flu shots are not good for you.
Boom!
Plus-
Take that.
If they put them in wrong, like it feels like somebody punched the hell out of your arm the next
Oh,
day.
I was like, where are they going to put it? I was like,
No,
Bend over.
in your arm. Like sometimes, like
I'll show you exactly where I'm putting this.
I feel like that some nurses, like, I don't know if they do it wrong or something, because like if your arm gets super sore after, I feel they did it wrong.
Totally.
someone says, hey guys, it's Brie, Motrin, ibuprofen, Advil are all the same things.
Oh, great, Larry. Choose a different thing to say is opposite.
Okay, well now we're gonna go into decongestants.
Now it says acetone.
Acetaminophen.
Acetaminophen. Because Tylenol are the same thing. Be careful though.
Oh, Jesus. A lot of the medications have Metafin in it, and you don't want to go over prescribed dosage. You guys are killing me now. I'm just confused. I love you guys. I'm waiting for a happy hour. Us too.
Exactly. Let's just go right now.
No, that's how
Alcohol kills germs.
Yeah, that's how we're gonna get the flu. I bet. Watch,
Yeah.
they're gonna go around everyone.
I think we should day drink. You guys are never down. I'm like, let's go to Charlie's.
Larry was like
10
just
a.m.
offering stuff last night. He's all, we gotta do tomorrow. We gotta do this, that. I was all,
I go, let's go get tanked.
Yeah.
His wife's out of town.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna get tanked.
Oh, well, you should.
Well, this was our chance.
She's in town now. She's flying in this morning. Anyway.
Oh, well,
Well, now you can't get tanked
No,
in front
he
of a lady
can't.
that can't get tanked.
He can't.
No, I do feel really bad about that, but then everyone's like, no, it's okay. I'm like, man, it's like.
No, you gotta go like this. Babe, this is so delicious. Too bad you can't have any.
I'm just telling you now, don't do that.
Our friends.
Go drink in the garage.
Like, I'll totally hurt you.
We had someone get mad at us because we did our announcement before them and we weren't as far along as them. And I was
whatever.
like,
It's not a
oh my,
competition.
yeah. I was like, first of all, if you're not telling anyone you're pregnant, how are we supposed to know that you're done to do an announcement? I was like, calm yourself down. I was
Well,
like,
you know, some people don't like. I didn't share it on the air until I was like 22 weeks pregnant.
No. You didn't share it on the air till you were 8 months, 2 weeks. And everybody was like, what's up with Kathie? We're like, she works at Cinnabon.
I just remember it was like announcement, and all of a sudden I had the baby. Like there
Right,
wasn't
right.
because I just wanted to make sure everything was going to be cool.
No. It went announcement, having the baby, little break, back to work.
Yeah, right. That.
Larry's all.
Exactly. Can we call you?
My God,
Can
it
we
was
call
so
you?
not me. It was so not me. I was like, take all the time you want. It was that mean black guy we worked with. He was like,
you-
hey, bitch, get your ass back to work. Show suffering.
I mean, he was mean, but I don't know if
No
that was
way.
it.
He's all, listen, white fat ass. Why don't you drag your white fat ass to work? I was like, damn.
God, Kendall, that hurts. No, it was both of you because
it
you
was
were
like-
the one that was calling.
I was
going,
like,
hey,
you left me alone with Kendall. He's converting me. I love Jesus.
And I hate white people.
Oh, yeah. And then by the time Kathie got back, we were like, what's up? How's it going?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, white trash?
no, I just remember you'd call me in the morning and you'd be like, what are you doing? I'm
How
like,
about, what are you doing? Are you standing by that mic we installed? When we spent all that money installing in your downstairs?
Right.
Are you standing right by the mic? Well, you
What-
may as well turn it on.
what killed me, right? And then I'd turn it on, and then it would be my window to sleep, and y'all didn't care. I was hanging out with you, and then
No,
it would
she
be
was
like,
having fun with us, and then she was the one that insisted that she install the mic in the bathroom.
No,
and
I
then it was like we could only
didn't.
talk to her when she was deucing.
No,
she was
no,
like
no.
celebrity trash and bash. Oh
No.
my gosh, she's like
No.
Justin Timberlake.
Shut up! Don't add to this, Wiggins. And I never was on the radio while I was on the bathroom.
How about a courtesy flush?
Okay. This is funny. People are going, wow, viewership hostility today. It's Friday. Chill, everybody.
I think everybody's just trying to keep us informed.
This one says, Larry, did you know you can smoke your alcohol? Google the alcohol vaporizer. It's called the Vapatini.
Oh, great. Now you can smoke your alcohol and drink your pot. What kind of world are we living in?
What's happening?
Cats are living with dogs. Donald Trump is president.
Aspirin and ibuprofen are the same.
Right.
Somebody sent us a picture of some big balls.
Nice.
Happy Friday. Happy
Ugh.
Friday. Kathy, this is a pic outside my job. Look familiar? And the reason why they said that is because the big balls would be those big weather things that are out there north of Buckley Air Force Base.
Oh, by where you are.
Right. Those big
okay.
white
Yeah, so
balls.
the
I was all,
Aurora's
why the
got
hell would that
balls.
look familiar?
Because that's my view. Yes, they're also out there.
Kathy
by Buckley.
drives right in between those balls to get home.
I mean, I never touch them.
Oh, yes.
I don't want to. Sometimes I don't even like to look at them.
Sometimes she mows the shrubbery around them just to clean it up around there. Goes in with the weed whacker.
These are disgusting.
I get my flu This text says, I get my flu shot every year. I'm never sick. Flu shots work.
See,
So there's the counter argument.
I know, but can
We gotta have the balance or else
It'd
we're
be
gonna
nice
get
to
yelled
hear
at.
from a couple more nurses or doctors,
Or
like,
people who've been turned into a zombie because of it.
I'm actually going to
yes.
see a doctor today.
That's why Kathie can't eat this morning because she has to have blood work.
And I love to eat, so it's written on my hand, don't eat.
I
It's
know.
written in my phone, don't eat. It's written on this piece of paper,
Don't eat.
It's all written on her knuckles. DON'T. Monteat.
And this sucks so bad because Maggiano's is bringing in food today.
Shut
And-
up.
Yeah,
No,
they
they're
are.
not.
Oh, no, for sure.
No, they're not.
Maggiano's has a whole new menu, and they're bringing in all this kinds of pasta and stuff.
I'm all, Kathy, we got a Hershey's peanuts and pretzel.
Oh, no.
No, you'd only get her with like if a catering service came in here.
Oh, okay.
No.
Then you'd have to reschedule your doctor's appointment. You're all, hi, gonna have
And
to
it took me-
reschedule.
It literally is. This doctor's appointment is over like a year and a half past due.
Oh my god!
Because
no.
I'm just so busy, like I never took time for myself this like last year, and so my goal was take time, Kathy. So today I'm doing a doctor's
Meanwhile,
appointment.
you're
that's a
spreading
ye-
your hepatitis everywhere. She's like, hey everybody, hey, drink from my drink. Hey everybody,
Who's got big balls?
We got big balls.
I was like, why is she kissing everybody on the mouth?
And then after that, I'm using a gift certificate from 4 years ago when I had Avery to go get a massage. Hell yeah, that's what I'm finally doing today.
Kathy told me the other day that you did use some milk bath product that I gave you a couple years ago.
No, more like 10 years ago.
Oh my god, she's 10 years behind people.
Because all of a sudden, you guys know how it is. Like, you get so busy that you just are in the hamster wheel. You're
I
in the
didn't go
hamster
get
wheel.
my retainer for after I did my teeth because of it. I haven't been to the doctor. There's so many things because
I
of
haven't
this.
been to the dentist in over a year. Like, there's things that I'm just like, Kathy, you let yourself fall.
I think you not getting a retainer is probably why Kayla dated you. If you would have been like, hey, would you like to go on a date?
It was invisible.
She'd have been like, no,
Invisible.
16-year-old.
Oh my God, do it again. I love when you
Don't
talk.
you think I can maybe possibly go for a beer sometime? I'm just kidding.
There are. I think that it's a very big false misconception that it's like as soon as the show's done, we're done, and it's like
No.
there's days, well, especially when we started out here, we were doing like 15, 16-hour days.
Oh no, editing
no.
and then like imaging a whole radio station and coming in and recording bits with each other. And,
Yeah.
and yeah, it was a lot of work. But
And in the TV show that I do,
Oh
and
my
the
God.
filming for
Yeah.
that, like I
We lose her.
literally, my day started at 3:15 and I wasn't getting home till
6,
4.
7, yeah.
And then by then, the kids have been with somebody all day, so that person's ready to get rid of them. So then job number 3 kicks in, which is take care of your kids, and they stay up till 9. Like it was just
right. Meanwhile,
I'm just
Mr.
killing
Efficient's
myself.
watching the eclipse with a man over champagne.
Right, that's exactly it.
Why does it say in Wiggins something is telling you to slow down? What did I say?
No, like
Am
in
I
other
talking
words-
too fast?
No, maybe they're saying just
Life.
life
Like
in
it's-
general.
you're
Yeah, but that was before the conversation of doing too much.
And Wiggins, something is telling you to slow down. Oh, like if you get sick, maybe if you get the flu. It's
Something about Kayla?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I do think
Can
that
you
life,
be more specific
Yeah,
in your
I do think
cryptic
life,
text?
Hello, Blazin. Can you hear us? Can you hear us this time?
Hey!
Yes, hello.
Who's
Hi.
this?
Hi, guys.
Who's
Hi.
this?
I just wanted to say hello, and I'm glad that you guys are back. I was really nervous to call you this morning. I don't know why, but
Yay!
Hello.
Where are you calling from?
Lakewood.
Lakewood. Are you headed to work?
No, I actually just dropped off my daughter. I'm off work today.
Yay! My husband's off work today. Yesterday was his Friday. So I was like, sometimes because he doesn't have a traditional schedule, I feel that he gets gypped on the weekend excitement that we do.
Okay.
So I was determined yesterday to go, honey, we're treating your days off like it's Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
So we're going to go do some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Because we could still get into house stuff or whatever.
Totally.
And ruin his weekend. So I made it a point for us to like go have a cocktail and treat it like a weekend.
So what you're saying is you started drinking yesterday.
In honor of my husband's Friday. Yes. Now it's my Friday.
Yay.
So I'll be drinking and it's his
Is that
Saturday.
why when I tried calling you at 7 were you passed out?
No, but where did we start drinking? I'm trying to think of where we had a drink.
Somebody by your house, probably. The Stapleton has a lot of cool places.
You
No,
went
we
to
didn't go there.
the punch bowl, you said.
Oh, that's right.
In Stapleton.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It's literally 1.3 miles from your house.
Well, I can't get DUI that way.
I
Got
love
mobbed.
Punch Bowl Social.
Mobbed by the staff there, so nice. Everybody's a huge fan of us. They listen, and there was a bunch of just girls hugging me, and then they were like, I definitely was getting all this love, and then I see Chris out of my peripheral, and instead of me having to direct them to Chris, they're like, and who is this? And I go, my husband Chris, and then the whole group of them went to Chris. Chris! Chris! And they mobbed Chris, so it was
That's good.
awesome.
That's good.
Yeah, and then we had this bartender that had a twirled up mustache on the side. You know those like vintage mustaches?
Captain Hook.
Right. And then he had his sleeves rolled up and he had an apron that looked like a train conductor's uniform.
Yeah, they have like a jean kind of leather apron that they wear.
Right. So Chris, every time that guy came to the bar, he was our bartender, Chris put up his dukes. Like, you know how guys used to fight in old times? It's time to fight. Oh, it was just, I guess you had to be there.
You're an idiot.
Anyway, so you should drink today.
No, you have an awesome husband, and so my husband actually owns a deli in Stapleton area. It's next to the Blazin Hotel.
Okay. It's a deli. I love deli.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I thought she said a dairy.
A deli. So wait, it's at the Days Inn. Where's the Days Inn at?
Not Days Inn, Holiday Inn. Right on Quebec and 30.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
so it's right there. It's at the like in between the DoubleTree and the Holiday Inn.
I met a guy there once.
Wait. Tell me about it. Give me more specifics. Give me specifics. Wait, no, not you. We're gonna get to the deli. I want
was
Kathie,
black.
No, but I want Kathie to give me specifics. Was he a black guy?
Yes, he was.
Okay, here's what my reaction to that is. Okay, ready? I'm turning my head away from Kathie.
Why?
Because I don't want to hear about you and African American men anymore. I love Mr. Efficient and the girls.
Oh, here we go.
No, because when I do sex jokes now, Kathie turns a cheek. She's like, I'll say something about sex, and she like turns her head and she's like, I don't like your sex joke. And so now I'm telling her how it feels.
Gotcha.
So
Is it because Avery understands now?
No, it's not that.
It's just the fact that every single thing Larry was always turning into a sex joke. So I told him, does everything have to turn into a sex joke?
You've gotten better.
And you have gotten better.
Way better.
You pulled back a little.
Okay, so it's just not your job to teach me a lesson of pulling back or whatever. It's like, I wanted you to know that, you know, anytime you on the show go somewhere, I'm there with you. I'm going to support you even if you get lost in a thought.
Oh.
I'm never going to like change up the game on you and how we built this whole career on our whole show on me just being me and you being you. So I'm not halfway in the game going to change it and go, I just wanted you to know how it felt mid-conversation for you to be like, I like black guys, and for me to go,
Jeez, man.
I'm just saying, because she's been doing that to me lately, and it annoys me.
Our happy morning just took a turn.
I'm just saying.
We need to drink.
So maybe we should go talk about the deli now.
Yeah,
Okay, so your deli, where is it located?
So the Holiday Inn Hotel has a business center that's connected to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're in the business center. So when you go right into the business center, it's right there.
Okay. And then do you guys have like the regular deli, like sandwiches and like potato salad and all that stuff?
Well, we have sandwiches like BLT, tuna melts, club sandwiches, but my husband does Mexican food also. So bean burritos, beef and bean, breakfast burritos.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yum. What time does he open?
7 in the morning, and this past month he's been staying open till 7.
Oh, that's a long day for him.
Yeah, we'll definitely come check it out. That's right down the street from me.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, for sure. And that's crazy because it's definitely hidden, so he definitely could use a little exposure. What's the name of the deli?
Quebec Street Deli.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's on Quebec, and it's a deli.
There you go.
But it's nestled underneath that Holiday Inn.
It's in the business center of the Holiday Inn.
Right.
That's cool. And what's his name?
Ralph.
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 All right, we're in. We're going to definitely come by, and thank you for giving us a call. We appreciate it.
Yes, awesome. Have a good weekend, guys.
Yeah, you too.
You too, bye.
Bye-bye. Wiggins, they explained themselves on the text line. They meant your ride in. You were complaining that the ride in, you had to slow down because of whatever traffic incident was, and you had to go 88th
Well,
to
that was
I-45.
just confusing.
So they said, Wiggins, sorry, I meant your ride in slowed you down. So something was telling you to slow down.
I don't get it.
No, how do you not get it?
I get it. I get it.
You
I
get
get
it?
it.
You
yes.
get it, Larry?
Yeah.
How do you not get it, Wiggins?
Well,
like
'cause
the
the thing is-
universe.
Oh,
Maybe
the
you
universe
speed
is telling
too
me to
much.
slow
Something
down.
is also term for the universe.
Yeah, a
Something
train.
Out there.
No,
I don't know.
car accident.
A train was telling you to slow down.
Sometimes I honestly feel that the person going slow in front of you is saving you sometimes from an accident that maybe you were going to get in.
True.
Or a ticket you were going to get.
Right.
So sometimes, like, when I'm trapped in a situation where I can't get around, I'm like, calm down.
Yeah.
Maybe it's for a
Maybe it's
bigger reason.
Do you ever feel that when it's a yellow light and
Yes.
and you run it and
Or the
you're
person in
like,
front of you won't?
right? Or and sometimes you're like, because they're like yesterday, I literally hit like 4 yellow lights
Are we
getting
getting
out
mad?
of downtown Denver.
Something's trying to tell you something.
Of course, I ran all of them. I didn't. But then by the 4th one, I was like, another yellow light. Maybe the universe is trying to tell me,
Jesus,
stop.
take the wheel.
You need to stop because there's going to be an accident and you're going to be a part of it if you don't stop.
What, were you high?
No, I wasn't. But I always think weird things like that, especially when it's like one after another of a sign.
What kills me is sometimes, like, I feel like in an intersection that there are sensors. I feel sometimes the lights are smart lights or something like that, where they get like, nobody's coming from this way, let's make this cycle go faster. And then I feel some lights are just on regular timers and they don't even notice. Like, you can just have to sit there through a whole cycle of lights.
And then you just run it. I'm totally with you.
Well, I feel like we covered everything on
I
this
think
break.
we did.
Let's take a little break, and
Let's
then we
do
get
it.
back. We can talk about Amazon,
pee.
where Denver's in the top 20 of possibilities to come out
20,
here.
like,
It
we
was
should
the
be more
higher
excited
list.
if it was top 10 or something.
Yeah, but I think when you look at our location, everyone else is on the East Coast. There's
And
only
us
us.
in Seattle.
Yeah, so I think they're.
But
And
last night on the news, we weren't even mentioned.
I think they're preparing to ship pot. I think they're coming to a place where stuff's legal, so that when that time comes, they can ship pot, and they're going to be the first to be on it.
He's saying ship pot.
Yeah, with a P. With a P.
Ship pot.
By the way,
I shipped my pants.
by the way, sorry to anybody that I think there was definitely a fair share of people that were like, ooh, what's this DoubleTree story going to be? And I may have blocked that whole story. I didn't mean
No,
to
it's
do
fine.
that.
No, because it definitely was like, oh, what happened? Oh, where's? Oh,
Okay,
he's
yeah,
mad
that was
at
totally
you.
fine.
Coming up,
Just
what
no,
happened
we don't have to
at
go
the
into it.
DoubleTree?
No, just know I had a good night.
Oh my gosh. Hey, it is Open Phone Friday, so you can call us at any time, 303-728-3420. Text us with your questions, or if you're listening on the app, you can open up the menu button and just send us a shout out. It's Blazin' Hit Radio with Larry Ulibarri, Kathie J, and myself, Wiggins.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
Good morning, you guys.
Now with more us.
You rock.
Better music, less commercials, more Larry and Kathie.
I just love you both.
We love you too. Are we going to tell the story about what happened yesterday in the bathroom?
Oh, God.
I was not going to go there, but we can go there quickly.
Okay, we'll do it real quick. This is funny. It was just by accident, kind of like,
I blame this on producer Volty.
I blame it on you.
I blame it on Volty.
I blame it on...
I'm blaming it on all of the men
No.
that I work with.
Wait,
which is
I
all
have
3
no
of you.
idea even what this is.
Okay, that's fine.
okay.
We'll clue you in. All right, so Kathie she has to, like, in between doing this show, she has to kind of manage to get ready for the TV show.
Right.
So, like, in between...
And we
when
have one bathroom.
Right, when she gets a window, she'll go up and glam us on.
Right,
you know?
and even if I come in with my makeup at 5 a.m. or 4:30, you still have to reapply it before you go on TV at 10 because of the fact that the lights and stuff with TV, you have
Right.
to like have heavy makeup on for it to come across. So
Right.
even if, because people are like, why don't you do your makeup before the show? I do, but I still got to reapply it.
Right, or the hair thing, the whole thing.
So screw you.
Well, so anyway, so she's gets all glamazoned up there, and so in between, she has to do that while we're doing the show. So if somebody has to go up there and use the bathroom, then it can become like oh my God, somebody killed it in the bathroom.
Right, and now my mascara is melting.
Right. So it's kind of our gag that Kathie's like, who killed it in here? You know,
Gag.
I mean, exactly. But I mean, it's like the...
Usually, and it's been producer Bolty. He's
right,
on
he's
a
the
schedule.
one. Right.
Right.
And sometimes it could be Wiggins. I don't really...
No, I don't do it until everyone's gone.
That's
Right.
that's nice of
Yeah.
you. So so it's just that's how it's
When
been.
nature calls.
But Larry has like a candle in there that you can light, and it totally is this real fragrant candle, and it totally takes the thing away.
Right.
So, anyways, so so we had a client come in.
Right, and two people come in.
Right.
And so Kathie assumed when she went in to get her ready and the bathroom stunk,
Because you guys have been up there for a few, and I was down here
Right,
finishing
right.
up my paperwork and stuff. So I come upstairs, and I go in to do my makeup, and it smelled.
Right.
And
so,
I assumed immediately it was producer Bolty because it's his schedule.
Right, and then so she kind of was like doing the like let's laugh about it kind of thing. Like,
Right.
oh gosh, Bolte.
Oh my God, I
Right.
can't believe you did that. You just,
Right.
I told you, stop doing it. Like, I thought
Right.
it was a very funny thing.
And so Bolte took the bullet and was just like, okay. And so we were just like, whatever, blah,
so
blah, blah.
I still wasn't picking up on anything.
Right. So anyway, neither was I.
Uh-huh.
So and then you made the joke, whatever, and so
And the
all of a
client
sudden
is still here?
No, they
When this-
left.
oh,
They
okay.
eventually left. So then Aldo was like, "That was the client who stunk up the bathroom."
Oh God!
And so there was some lady here that took a deucer in there, and Kathie thought she was going off on Bolte,
But it
so
was
she's really going off on the lady. And so the lady was trying to make excuses for the Bolte. She's like, "Oh, what can you do? It's a call of nature,
Well, she
you know.
did- she
she's
did
how
say
boys
that.
will be boys."
She did say
So she was like thankful that Bolte was taking the bullet, her stinky bullet. So she was happy about that. But then she's being shamed, but she didn't know. Kathie didn't know it was her. So Kathie's laying it on thick. She's all, "Oh my God, you can kill doves in there," or you know. It's
While
like,
the client was here.
Yes.
Right.
But
Okay.
the whole time I'm thinking it was Bolte, so I was laying it on, and then she would
You know,
say,
aren't guys disgusting?
I
And
was.
this- but
I
this
was
client,
like, you
by the
believe
way-
this? Try working with guys all the time. I tell you what, they leave the toilet seat up. They're stinking up the bathroom.
Right, and by the way, this
Something
client
died up there.
This client is a friend of ours.
Yes.
So she's not just a stranger that we're like so.
Stranger danger.
She's like a down ass chick. We've drank with her. We love
she's
her.
cool,
Right.
but she probably went home going, "Well, thanks a lot." Like, man, what a bitch.
Kathy's a bitch.
Never working with them again.
I was like,
Right.
oh my God.
Well, and you do tend to get a little dramatic about something that somebody can't help, but. In that, on the other side, we do have a candle in there and a bunch of matches for a reason.
Yeah, like that does anything.
No, it really
So
does.
I
If you
felt
burn a
horrible.
match, yeah, it was funny.
I still feel horrible
It
about
was funny though because once I
I mean,
called
we're in a
Kathie.
small space, you know, like, so I just, it's not like the bathrooms are down the hall. The bathroom is part of the space. So
Right.
I just feel really bad.
Okay.
No,
But what am I going to do? Bring it up to her? No. I
No,
mean,
no,
let's
you
just let it
can't.
go. No,
Yeah.
of course I can't.
We're gonna just bring it up on the air.
No, let's just let it go.
So we're going to keep going with Open Phone Friday. This text comes in. Kathie, I love you, but Larry is right. Every time someone even mentions a black guy's name, you get all twittered and say your little jokes or whatever. LO, so give Larry a break. All three of you have your quirks. Like Wiggins is the negative one who hates on everything. But I do find myself doing your weird voice thing. LOL. Yeah, like that makes it better. Anyways, go have a drink, guys, and stop the craziness. Happy Friday.
That's awesome. And you know,
Is it?
Oh no, I'm sorry.
You know, I was the first getting offended until she
hit the bullseye
and
with
then,
Wiggins.
You know, and
That's why I was like, Kathie will be okay with this.
You know what though? I want everybody to know. Yesterday on the Everyday Show, there was a blonde white dude on the set, and he was so attractive that I kept interrupting the show to be like, "Hey, how's it going, Connor?"
Who is he?
I can like
go
all
both
types,
ways.
and I mean, if you go through the history, I'm an equal opportunity.
You married a white
Kathy.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I married. Yeah, Mr.
Hello,
Efficient.
you dated my husband who's white and blue eyed.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait a minute. What was the guy on the show's name? Is he an actor or
Connor, she said.
No, I know, but why?
Oh
was
no,
he on the show?
he's the bar. He's like the head bartender for Steuben's on Wadsworth in Arvada.
Oh, those are new Steubens?
No, they've been there forever.
Oh, okay,
It looks
I didn't
like
know that.
it's an old school diner.
Oh, that's cool.
Right, but it's maybe it's the old Gunther Tooties and now it's Steuben's.
Okay, that's awesome.
Maybe,
so
but
that's where we're
anyways.
drinking then.
But he had that cool wavy or
If
that
Kathie likes a white guy, he's hot.
that blonde hair.
Larry's all, where can I find this guy?
I know.
he was good looking.
This text comes in. Good morning and happy Friday. See, Larry, it is a thing. Everyone says happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, Denver's #1 morning show. I just wanted to tell Kathie, thank you very much. I was having a not so good day a couple days ago. Went to Facebook and saw your daughters dancing up a storm. I don't know
Oh
if
my God, that
saw
video
Larry? Okay,
killed
cool.
me.
It was the cutest thing and put a big smile on my face. Thank you to all three of you for making me laugh when I'm down. It's a great way to start the day. Good morning and have a great day.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you guys.
So yeah, there's the video of Kathie's kids
Oh my
dancing,
God!
which is just
Yeah, put it up on the bigger screen.
Yeah.
Have you seen it, Wiggins?
Yeah, I watched it on your Instagram.
Look at Gianna.
It's funny because Gianna
So
looks like
adorable.
Avery, but with blonde hair. Like she looks like how Avery did right around that age. She didn't look like Avery for the longest
No, she
time,
didn't.
but now I like looked at her and like I was like, that's Avery. When she gets small, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's Gianna.
No, for sure. But
So-
we have Alexa in the house, and the girls know how to tell her, like Alexa play whatever. And so one of the things they love to play, Alexa play "Can't Stop the Feeling" by Justin Timberlake.
you just started Alexa for a whole
I know.
bunch
I'm
of people.
sorry about this.
So wait, here's my question. If you say that, what happens if you don't have that song Like, in other words, do
It
you have
plays
to buy
it-
the
no,
song?
finds
It
it.
finds it.
It finds
That's
it.
what I'm telling you. The,
You
the,
can
the
say
day and age
anything.
of music on radio where you can't skip the song, it's like people
No, I
don't
know,
want
but
that.
what I'm saying is do you have to own that song?
No.
No, that's what I'm
You
saying.
can
You can find
say-
any song.
Right, Amadeus.
You can say
Yeah.
pause it, skip
Shut
it, rewind,
up. I know.
replay. Hey, I only want this song. I only want you to play this artist.
I want to be able to come home and go, Alexa, lights off. Turn Michael
Well,
Jackson off the wall on.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, you
She's all
can.
off the wall on. Not making sense.
You'd have to.
No, she would understand. She's awesome.
She's awesome. So, anyways,
You guys act like she's a member of your family.
She is.
Yeah, we feed her. Oh my God.
So this is Justin Timberlake playing on Alexa.
And there's little G, and she actually knows some of the words. And then Avery jumps in the video because she's a hot mess. But Gianna's got rhythm.
Oh, look at her! Right when the beat starts and everything.
That freaks me out when babies have rhythm. It's crazy.
And then you see Avery in the background who just
Interpretive dance.
and
Break something.
and broke my fridge. And yeah, okay,
Stop
back to
Gianna's
dancing.
moment. Yeah.
Oh.
She even like did the 1, 2,
Yeah,
3
she
with the
does.
fingers. Let's go.
And that's her tap dancing.
Oh my God. So adorable.
Okay, you ready? I really need you to get down. Here we go. Alexa, volume 8. Gianna's just got rhythm.
Look at her tapping her foot and everything.
Now, here's the
Wow.
thing. Now, all of a sudden, you'll scroll down on Facebook, and there's a black family with the same age kids, and they're all, now watch me whip.
Yeah, for
now
sure.
watch me day.
No, for sure. I mean, my kids don't have that kind of rhythm.
Yet.
Yeah.
So,
Chris was saying the other day, he goes, shouldn't we be helping with some things? He's like, shouldn't we be like exposing them to certain music or
right,
things?
totally.
I was like, I don't know.
You're
I was like,
supposed to.
Right. But I mean, it's kind of like up to you. It's kind of like you. I remember being a kid, being completely influenced by the music that my parents liked.
Yeah, no, for sure.
For sure. It
Or
kind of
my older
sets you up.
sister. Yeah,
for sure.
totally.
You're like, oh, that's what cool music's like.
No, for real.
Right.
So we'll kind of keep on the subject of kids because Jimmy Kimmel he asked kids what they thought of Donald Trump last night.
Celebrates his first year in office. It's been almost a year since the inauguration. Even though it seems like it's like dog years, it seems like so many more.
It does.
President Trump's approval rating, according to the polls that were released today, is at 37%, which isn't great, but that was a poll of adults. I wanted to see what kids thought of his first year in office. So we stopped some children out on the street and we asked them, how is the president doing? And their answers went exactly like this.
How do you think Trump has done in his first year in office?
Great.
What do you think he's done that's so great?
To save the world
He saved the world? From what?
from harmony.
Do you think Donald Trump has done a good job in his first year as president?
No.
Why not?
Because he wants to put a wall over Mexico, and I love going to Mexico.
What's the first thing you think of when I say Donald Trump?
Small fingers and orange face.
What's the worst thing he's done?
I think he needs to stop threatening North Korea.
Why?
Because I don't want to get nuked.
What's the first thing you think of when you hear Donald Trump?
Pictures.
Pictures of what?
A princess
She's really small.
Princesses? Do you think he's smart?
No.
Why not?
He treats people badly, and that's why I don't think he's smart.
What's one nice thing you can say about Donald Trump?
He has kind of cool hair, I think.
He has cool hair? Whose hair is cooler? His or yours?
Mine.
Donald Trump has a lot of nicknames for people like Crooked Hillary, Rocket Man. Do you have a nickname for him?
Poop face. Mr. Tiny Hands. Cheeto.
Can you do an impression of him?
It's gonna be great.
We are gonna build a wall, and it will be huge.
I will build a wall. A big one.
China, China, China. Here's your paper towels.
Can you do an impression of the president for us?
You're fired.
Those were adorable.
That was cute.
That was cute.
They
That
were
was really
awesome.
cute.
So, kids.
Yeah, they had to ask 100 kids to get 10 good ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do wonder, 'cause you couldn't. My daughters wouldn't know who Trump was.
Right. They're too little to.
Well,
be
one
in
of
the
them
realm.
kind of knew. That
One
one,
of
was
them-
like
Right.
probably
Little.
Avery's age.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
she
cool.
knew what was
Well,
going on.
and he is a walking meme. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like, so.
And everything they said, adults say, so they got it from somewhere.
Exactly.
Someone says, "Oh my gosh, you need to pick up some Poo-Pourri. It's the Before You Go spray, and it works. Text me your mailing address. I'll send you some to try."
That's there's a commercial, and it's a legit commercial, but you spray it on the toilet in the water, and then you poop, and it traps the smell.
What?
Yeah, and it's called Poo-Pourri, and there's a real commercial.
Oh, I thought it was just something you spray in the air after you go. That's
no,
not it.
You spray in the water, and it like controls it and traps it. And,
Wow.
yeah, and then adds a little scent to the air.
Oh, wow.
It's a real product.
Speaking of the bathroom breaks, real fast, and what happened with Bolte and all that, there's new stats that just came out about the bathroom, actually. According to a new survey, more than half of people say they don't always wash their hands.
Okay,
I mean, with the flu going around people, you need to wash your hands.
Even at home, I wash my hands just out of habit.
They don't always wash their hands after they use the bathroom at work. Wiggins is given a dumb stare, so I think he's one of those.
No, I wash
people.
my hands. Why would I?
After
I'm
every
touching my
time?
butthole.
No.
Why are you touching your
Oh,
butthole?
I'm like near my butthole.
No, you
Okay.
said
my
you're
butthole
touching-
smells through my pants.
Anytime you go to the bathroom, that could be just in the front too.
No, like if I pee, I'm gonna just turn on the water.
How old are you?
when we were at Chris's parents' house for his mom when she passed, Alita, who's friends of the family,
She's like the sister. Yep.
she came in and she was like, said something about in the bathroom, and she's like, oh my gosh, like gotta wash your hands because you get poop on your hands. And we're like, what? She's like, you get poop on your hands, and we're like, no, we don't get poop on our hands. She's like, she goes, come on, guys, you don't get poop on your hands. And we were all, no. We're like, maybe you should try more toilet paper.
Right. Or just wait till it's all done before you start wiping. Okay, and 1 out of 10 people eat when they're sitting on the toilet at work.
Shut up.
Now, I'll take my oatmeal into the bathroom while I'm getting my makeup on, but I don't sit down on the toilet while I'm doing that and eat at the same time.
The only time I've done that is for Thanksgiving when you need to make room. And so you just bring your meal in.
I'll be back.
No, thank you.
Bring the gravy in.
No, thank you.
And a roll.
So we're gonna play. Kids are hopefully in school now. We're gonna play the Ari Shafir interview from yesterday.
Shafir.
Is it Shafir?
Shafir.
Shafir.
Yeah.
I loved his voice.
Yeah.
No, he had a great voice.
He's going to be here. He already is here. I don't know if the 2 additional shows that they added on because it's sold out. I don't know if they sold out, but it's sold out at ComedyWorks.com. So check to see if they're not sold out at ComedyWorks.com.
One of them was last night, so that one's done.
Yeah, so this
the
one.
your only hope is any tickets that might be left for the midnight showing on Saturday night.
So we're going to play that here coming up here in a few minutes.
Okay.
And
There's
then
a couple F-bombs. I was just warning people.
Yeah, you don't know for real.
That's why I said the thing
There's
with the
a lot.
kids, because we don't traditionally do that on the show.
Yeah.
But there's too many to edit out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Call or text us now
I'm so excited.
on the YOLO Rum phone line.
Alexa, will you be my friend?
Of course we can be friends.
303-728-3420.
You seem very nice.
we might have, we probably should have waited. We got Ari Shafir hanging out with
I
us
know,
right now. We
right?
probably should have waited for the porn subject just to have him jump on with us about the most
Hey,
searched.
he's funny no matter what you bring up.
Yeah,
I mean, if it matters, I was watching Pornhub in the car over here, so it was kind of like we were connected.
We originally brought it up because they said the fake missile warning in Hawaii, Pornhub was tracking the numbers, and they said once the missile was, they said it was coming, nobody watched porn.
It plummeted 77% below average
Really?
when the
Because
missile
nobody's in the
alarm
mood,
came out.
you know,
I mean, that gives me like hope in humanity.
Totally. Thank you.
Like, you know
Thank
what I
you.
mean?
I said the same
Then
thing.
it's like, let's put this away for just a minute
Right.
while we figure out our deaths.
But then after it said it's false alarm,
It surged.
It skyrocketed 48% above
People were
average.
celebrating.
If
Yeah.
that bomb's not coming, I am.
Do my own missile launch.
Exactly.
So Ari Shafir, he's going to be at Comedy Works downtown tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday, and he's hanging out with us.
Bunch of sold out shows.
Yep.
Yes,
and you're doing
but-
something different.
No, wait. They just added 2 more shows,
Oh, cool.
everybody.
Yeah, no.
Everything's
So-
sold out except these 2. No.
Yeah.
I said
so-
a bunch, but I didn't say all sold out.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So the 2 that you can get tickets for tonight at 10 o'clock And then midnight on Saturday night, you're doing it. You're going to give us more Ari Shaffir.
Yeah.
And now you can say
No, but you're doing something where you're doing like kind of like improv, but with a group, kind of.
It's not really improv. We're just telling stories. We pick a topic. I've been doing the show in LA and New York, and then like festivals for like 6-7 years. But we just do like we pick a topic like women or drugs or travel.
That's
or whatever,
awesome.
and then all comics tell a story about something to do with that subject.
And I got to say, you are like hands down one of the best storytellers ever.
Thanks.
Like even if you're at a UFC fight on drugs, I still am right there with you. Whatever you're telling the story about, I love it. And
Those UFC fights are fun on drugs, man. Once you've been to like 5 or 6 of them, it gets boring without it. And it's like, let's do this.
I don't know what I'm taking. Let's do it. I guess I'll find out in an hour.
I made the mistake of dropping acid right at the beginning of a Bronco game, and that was one of my best stories. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it was like this series of like, and I had taken acid before this, and I had never experienced any of the visuals. Well, of course, this was the time where it was happening, and I had my cousin and my friend, and I was like,
and they weren't on it.
Oh, they were on.
Okay, good.
And so we were like, the whole thing was like, we got to get out of here. We have to get out of here. So we
But we paid a lot of money for the
we
seat.
didn't care at that point. So we made it outside of the stadium, and we're laying on the grass, and we're like, okay, what's our move? We can't drive. What are we going to do? And people are walking past us with banners and signs, and all of a sudden,
Foamy fingers.
right? All of a sudden, a bunch of my cousins from my church come up, and they're like, what's up with you guys? And we're like, nothing.
God is great, man. God is great.
Yeah, exactly. Right. God is
Look at
good.
nature.
So you've gone to UFC games pretty messed up, or what's happened with that?
Yeah. I took an acid, mushrooms. It's fun, but you feel so much empathy for the fighters. You start going like, oh no,
That hurt.
that guy just got punched in the face. Someone should do something.
Right.
And there's no justice, it seems like.
Right.
Nobody's stopping this.
Yeah.
2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
Just get up, stop the fight, stop the
Right,
fight.
stop the fight. Don't you see him crying?
I remember somebody coming into the octagon doing the entrance music and coming into like Dropkick Murphys or something, and everyone's cheering, and I just remember like, this is the Coliseum. Where it's like we're watching lions killing gladiators.
We got to do something.
Okay, so then what's the theme tonight?
Tonight is women to stories about love.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got 5 great comics.
Some tells me that's not happy stories about love.
No, it won't be. It's pretty fun where it's like you do that. It's like, oh, it's not going to be romance.
No, it's not. It's not going to be
With
that.
degenerate comedians. The best is sometimes you do like a drug story, and then like some like churchy comic will be like, well, I'll do you my angle on it. You know? And it's like, whoa, way different than something else.
Yeah, totally different.
But he stayed on topic.
Yeah, or like family, you'll get like one person doing like, something beautiful about their parents, and then somebody else was like, when I was on meth, I remember stealing my mom's thimble collection.
Right.
So that still counts.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So
exactly.
it's up and down, right? Where do you get the comics? Do they travel with you the whole time, or is it just...
No, they travel with me the whole time. These guys are all 3 from New York, 1 from LA.
That's cool.
They've all done the TV show I did about stories.
Oh, good.
And they all have
Okay.
new stories, and so it's like, these are like, I don't know, it's like they're party stories, but like from the funniest guys in the country.
No.
Awesome.
So, Sean...
Sean Patton.
Yeah, you were okay.
Oh, I just choked on that. Sean Patton. Yeah.
Okay, so this
Steve
one...
Simone, Mark Norman, and Joe List.
Okay.
And then tonight, Greg
that's cool.
Tobler also.
You have such a great voice. Have you done any kind of announcing or cartoon voices or anything like that? Or
No, I want to do a voiceover on UFC, like UFC fights, and just be like a fake commentary. Just be like, this guy with the brown shorts is like, I don't like him. And just like, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you got a great voice.
No, I think you should go WWE with that. Right. There's plenty of costumes to WWE.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
How'd you develop this concept? Was this just something that you came up with?
We did my friend was like booking a side room at this club called the Improv in Los Angeles. And I was like, I was over at his house for Thanksgiving, and we were telling mushroom stories. Like I had one, and then he went to like Coachella on mushrooms with his friends, and I was like, hey man, a bunch of comics have mushroom stories. Like, can we just do a show in that side room?
Yeah,
it was like a 40-person room, and just all telling mushroom stories. And he's like, yeah, all right, we can do that. And we booked it. It was a great lineup. It was me and a couple other people, and then Mark Maron and Joey Diaz.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then you just do
12
that.
people showed up.
And you were like, those 12 people were
Yeah, they had a
entertained.
great time. Belladonna, the porn star, was there.
Oh, yeah.
She was one of the 12.
Bella's on mushrooms right now, everybody.
No, that makes me want to do mushrooms again because they're so fun. Like, you can just laugh so hardcore.
You laugh. So people are like, is it because you're spiritual? I have a bad trip. I'm like, you're going to fucking laugh, man.
Right.
That's number one thing. You're going to laugh. You can never laugh.
And it's like, it gets to the point where people are like, your stomach hurts from laughing so hard. The last time I did it, I was like becoming enraged. I was like, all right, you guys stop for just a second. And then it was all,
yeah, exactly. I like spit up stuff.
Right.
So it's such a good time. They were like, dude, let's do this again. And then we just pick like fuck stories. And then like, yeah.
Well, especially Mark Maron, he's just, with his podcast and all that, it was probably so natural for him just to keep going on and on with his story.
Yeah. This is like, might have been before his podcast.
Oh, wow.
Right at the beginning.
Maybe
of it
you
anyway.
started it. Maybe you got him going.
I need to copyright that is.
He owes you money.
Right. So all of it. Yeah, and then sometimes you ask people, like, do you have a story about acid or something? They're like, not really. And then other times you'll just know. Like, before we did Heartbreak, and I asked Marin, I was like, hey, I have a show on Thursday. Can you do it? Like, it's Heartbreak. I know you have like 50 stories about that.
Yeah, we all have stories. I mean, that's what happens when you're all just hanging out with your friends. But to me, it's about the storytelling and how you present it.
Mm-hmm.
So have you always been a good storyteller? Has that always been your gift? Or do you go in like set it up, refer back? I mean, like you do the emotion. You can transport somebody to be right there with you.
Yeah, I try. Thanks a lot. I
no, it's
appreciate
really
that.
good.
I got better at it. After doing it for like 6-7 years, I got better and better and better. We did it like once a month in New York, and I would try to like, I'm in LA when I lived there, and I just kept trying to like think of stories. I'd ask my high school friends like, hey, did anything happen? Do you remember anything with me? Like with like food, you know, if we did food stories or whatever, you know, and then they'd be like, yeah, I remember that one time. I was like, oh yeah, and then I just try to.
That one time you ate a
like,
Snickers out of that girl's butt.
Yeah. Like, how did I forget that?
How did you forget that? Of all the stories,
it was a Snickers mini.
It's the best if somebody reminds you of one. You're like, oh, that's such a winner.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, then you just learn how to like milk it and make metaphors and just like.
That's exactly what you do. It's so good.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks
for sure.
Plus, you get to travel with these same guys creating new stories, doing shrooms here like we'll do it tonight.
Yeah, we've done it in Scotland. I'm going to do it in Australia this year. And Montreal.
Wait, the comedy bit or mushrooms?
Both, sure. I went mushroom picking in Australia. It's the only time I've done that. Do you guys do that here?
Like
no.
You picked your own crop?
Yeah. You just
aren't you nervous about that? Like,
I'd get the poison one.
Yeah.
You go with a local who like seems to know, and you're like, all right, good enough.
Right.
I wouldn't do it on my own. But he's like, see, you crack it, and then if this turns color, I'm like, all right.
Okay.
Have you ever done those, Kathy? Shrooms?
Yeah, and I ate a bunch of Tootsie Rolls with them.
Right, because you got to cover the taste.
Because the taste, right. But we were at Red Rocks.
Oh, my God,
And I just remember being like, wrong place.
Really?
So many stairs. So many stairs. I'm parked so far from the trading post.
It's one of those movies where it like moves back like 100 yards.
Yeah,
and you're like,
it was just, right. It was Poltergeist. It was that long hallway of stairs.
That's not, you don't want to work out.
Hell no.
We did him with Big J at you've had him in it.
Yeah, we've had him in here.
And at Bonnaroo, and it's like 6-7 people. I got like an ounce. I got enough for all the comics.
Oh damn, we're gonna party.
And then he like ate it, and he hates the taste more than anybody. Right. And he like ate it and then threw up. And then, like, so it's just all out there with specks in it and stuff. And we're all like, dude, we all just ate a bunch of mushrooms. Like,
you're going to be alone if you're not.
You have
You got to eat your vomit.
Yeah, he did. He's like, fuck. He would like pick the pieces out and eat them. Like, dude, you have to. Right now. Don't think about it. Just do it.
You're all, plus we paid for those.
Yeah.
Right. Are you on the train or not?
Otherwise, you got to leave. You're on your own for the next 7 hours.
Exactly.
That's like when somebody booty bumps ecstasy and they have to take a poop.
Yeah.
No. I just heard about that.
You just
shove it up your butt. Oh, my God.
Okay, you stopped me down. People would do that?
Some people take their gummy vitamins that way.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
No,
Their daily vitamins.
They're Flintstones. Yeah, they yabba dabba doo.
Right.
Yabba dabba doo doo. Yeah, yabba dabba doo.
Yeah, no. And I also want to know, like, your sketches that you do, the videos and stuff. Are you? Well, I don't know. Like, even like the opening that you have. Like, are you part of that? Is that just something? Are you helping direct and produce all that?
Produce, I guess, but no. We found this director Jeff Tomzik who was great, and then we just like set him free. Just like, yeah, man, you know what you're doing. Like,
right. And he's like, I want you to impale yourself on a fence.
Yeah, it was like we had like 3 days. We would like call like the best guys in LA all together, and we're like, hey, just let's work for like a tenth of your money. Let's just have fun. We'll shoot out 10 episodes in 3 days. You can just use my body however you want. I'm there. You know, they fucking chase me down with wild dogs.
Yeah, right.
You know, they fucking buried me in the dirt.
Yeah.
Like they do all this stuff to me, and it's like I'm there. I know it'll look cool, and it does. It looks like an action movie.
Oh
It's
no,
great.
it does. That's why I just love what you put out there.
They got me like stunt training with the guys who like choreographed 300.
Oh,
like,
dope.
yeah, so they show me how to like do fights and shit, how to like kick my legs to make it look better, and I'm like, all right, I'm trying.
Here we go.
Here's your cod piece.
Right. Don't forget about that. You're going to need it for protection.
Do you get involved with marijuana at all? I mean,
do I get involved?
Do you
with
smoke?
marijuana?
Do you smoke marijuana? Yeah.
That was his way of saying, "Do you want a bong rip?"
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that at all.
Yeah, we got that for you.
Yeah, I love weed. We're about to all go to Vail, and me and my friend Steve Renazzisi, who's going to be here next week doing Comedy Works. But we do this. We one year I like did from here, and I went straight to Vail. And then he was like, he was here the next week, and I was like, hey, next year let's just plan this again.
Yeah.
And then in between days, let's all go skiing.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that for a few years here.
Oh, that's
awesome.
cool.
Yeah. So he's coming next week, but we got to like load up on weed and bring it out there.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
While you're on the chairlift. You're like, that's not what you're smelling. You don't smell anything.
Well, out here it doesn't even matter anymore. Yeah.
They don't care. The chairlift is the best place.
Yeah.
It's long. Get it going. It's fucking wind. Hurry up.
Totally.
Did you hear there was somebody on a chairlift just the other day, and she looked down, and there was a body
They just
laying down
discovered
there.
some missing guy who had been missing for a while, and she's like,
How many people were on that chairlift
dead body?
that missed that?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, and he'd been there for they didn't know how long. And how many people were going on that chairlift and just ignored
Well, they were
it?
all smoking. They
Yeah, I
they
don't
weren't
know.
paying
and
attention.
she took like a selfie with the dead body behind her.
Right, and then called it in for sure.
Do you like edibles?
Yeah, I like edibles.
Yeah.
I like everything, but edibles I like for like flights.
Right.
I like to fly cross country like 5 hours. I like to like take it and like get really ripped right before they like start boarding, and then come down when I'm checking into my hotel.
Right.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Crash out a little bit.
Yeah, he's got it down. You travel a lot, obviously.
Yeah,
That would
the
be
edibles
nice.
are great for that. I took him to like on long flights like to Australia or to China. I take him, but China's punishable by death, so like
Right.
Wow.
whatever I have left over,
I better
just
eat all those.
bathroom, right? Eat a bunch,
Right.
toilet for the rest, and then like walk out like nobody knows.
I think edibles have turned into the new glass of wine for a lot of women. Like, I know women that never smoked herb at all, and now they're all on. It's trending. It's like, I just get my little edible and I just have it, and I know what my dosage is. And
Yeah.
I'm like, it's pretty crazy.
With those 10 milligram shits, like,
Right.
you're like, I guess that wouldn't do anything to me, but I
Right.
guess like, some people like that's a good buzz. Like,
Right.
It's
Take the
exact.
edge
I had
out.
to eat 4 chocolate bars.
It's exact.
That's exactly it.
Instead of the old double X's where you're like, what?
So, are you dating? Do you have a lot of exes? What is your romance talk about? Your love.
I date. Yeah, I got a girlfriend now actually, which is weird for me.
Okay. Does she travel with you, or she stays in LA?
No, she stays. And no, I moved to New York about 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So she's there. She's got a job.
Yay, she's got a job.
She's got one actually. But yeah, it'll be like stories. Sometimes when we do like sex stories, I have to remind the crowd, I'm like, guys, this is us on our best day. This is not like normal every. Don't like lose faith in us. We're not
Right.
we're not
studs.
great. Yeah, this is like a once every 4 years situation. You're just hearing about all of it right now.
Right.
The best of the best right there.
No, for real. For real.
Ever do politics as one of the topics?
I don't give a fuck about politics.
Yeah.
It's all garbage. Until we rise up and overthrow our government with violent revolution, nothing's gonna change.
Yeah, totally.
Dude, I
People
love
are
that
too
when,
passive.
when people on the street, those flyers like, "Hey, who are you voting for like local elections?"
Totally.
And I'm just like, I love walking by. She goes, "The only way through change is violence." And I'm like, okay.
Keep walking, sir.
Yeah.
Keep walking. Just keep walking.
I guess we're not interested.
Can I have my flyer back?
Ari
Yeah.
Shafir is here. He's going to be at Comedy Works at downtown Larimer Square. Now, he most of his shows are sold out, but he's added 2 more shows tonight at 10 o'clock, and then Saturday night at midnight. It's Ari Shafir, and he's got how many? Four comics.
For tonight, 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, an extra
So
one
how
tonight,
long
Grand
does the
Soba.
show go?
We went a little long
Okay.
last night.
Well, so it's going to sell. These tickets will sell, so get them.
Yeah, so you got to go to comedyworks.com, or the number. I have to always read the number. 303-595-3637.
Yeah, next time I'm coming back, it'll just be my regular hour. So get these now, because it
For
won't
real.
be like this next time.
So do you sometimes feel empty? Like, Well,
Empty.
I guess.
I guess like drug use and fucking women. You feel empty in your life already?
No, you look sad. You overall look sad.
Have you been eating? You look
Let
like.
me tell you about saints from the latter day.
I mean, like, when you don't have the gang with you, when you're just.
Oh, right now?
Yeah. Right.
Those assholes are all sleeping.
No.
Like, wake up, like, fuck
I meant
off.
when you go out solo. When it's just.
Yeah. Sometimes that gets like boring and
You're like,
lonely.
where's the gang? Right? It's just me. I'm closing the show. Thank you.
We should call all their rooms and wake them up.
Yeah,
We actually should.
We're all sharing the condo. It's 5 dudes in the condo
Oh,
together.
nice.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, we got a couple of air mattresses we put in closets. I was like, guys, I don't know how to make this work financially if we all get hotels.
Yeah.
But we can all
We
share.
can all do a condo. Airbnb.
Are you traveling anywhere after this, or what's your plan?
You're going back east.
I'm going to go to Vail and then back to New York. I'm going to bring so much weed with me. Some of my friends like, you can't bring back with you. I'm like, you what? Why? You can't bring back with you because you're an idiot.
90% they let go through.
Are you kidding me?
I read an article that said
90% bombs
90%.
they let go through.
Are you? Wait,
No,
wait,
for
wait,
sure.
wait, wait.
He's right. He's
Yeah.
like when
How
they
am
do
I
these
missing all
tests-
this? I'm terrified to take my pen with me.
No, I
don't
put it in my toiletries. It's like I just grind it up, put it in a little container, throw it in my toiletries. It looks like my gel. And
Hey, check-in. I got caught with weed once. My friend got caught with a bunch of weed.
what happens?
They say, this is in Burbank, in a legal state, and this was like medical legal back then.
Okay.
They say, do you have your license? And he was like, no. And they're like, well, we got to confiscate this. And you have to, it's a fix-it ticket. They're like, you have to show us you had your license.
Here we are, sweating balls at the airport, and we've
Fuck
had
that.
we have an ounce taped to Kathie's underboob.
Right,
and
right.
no.
And that's here. I got edibles gummy bears under this boob.
I get just screaming fights with the TSA all the time. I do that with tons of weed in my bag that they're about to go through. I'm like, you guys are fucking pieces of shit. You take away our freedom. You have no right to search me. How dare you? I hope you all die.
I'm filming this right now.
Knowing I have arrestable offense right there that they're about to go through. I don't give a fuck. I'm a free American. You gotta live your life like a free American.
Okay, but here's my question.
I know, but when I
Do you-
hear him say all this, I'm all terrorist inspection. He's getting the booty cavity.
I know. No offense, but with the name Ari Shafir, I would already think that you're about to be taken to the next,
To the next room.
Yeah, totally. But do you check it or do you put it in the suit? Do you?
I do it wherever it is. Put it in my pocket, in my check bag, in my carry-on. I don't give a fuck. As long as I'm not going over international borders.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
no,
that'd
for
be
sure. And
locked up abroad scenario.
Oh, no,
yeah.
I just watched that, man. I just watched some
Terrifying.
girl get busted with, it was one of those situations where the girl's like, hang over there. Because they're real nice to you when they want you to do it.
Yeah.
But when you get to the other country, they're real mean to you. And they put like so much cocaine in her bags and threw her to the airport that when she got arrested, she was facing like 30 some years.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's so frightening.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't be high and watch that show.
Oh, no, for
You're
sure.
like, oh my god.
Girl, did you hear the door? Did somebody drive by?
I had once on my way to China, I think, and I went through Qatar. Or Qatar,
Are you
whatever.
crazy?
Yeah, but I had these edibles on me still, and they rushed me out like, hurry, you're going to miss your flight. They take you like 3 people, but I was like, I'm going to throw my stuff away.
Yeah.
But there was just no time. They were rushing me. Yeah, I'm going through security in Qatar, and I'm like, fuck. This
Yeah,
is gonna
here
be
we go.
bad.
Here we go.
No, I had some herb that I was taking to Australia, but we had a layover in Guam.
Mm-hmm.
So if I stayed in behind where you already went through security, I was cool.
Yeah.
So we were there for like 18 hours, and I was like, I guess I'll just sit at the airport.
That was dedication.
Yeah, that was like, I really want to get stoned in Australia.
Ari Shafir, make sure you get those tickets. ComedyWorks.com. Thank you for coming in, hanging out with the man. We really
Yeah, you guys
appreciate
are
it.
cool. Thanks a
Yeah, no,
lot.
thank you,
It was
Ari.
way
We
more
really,
fun.
we
Yeah,
really
screw those
appreciate
other guys sleeping.
Yeah.
Right, let's call him. Okay,
back
so
and piss in their
I
face.
just saw the list. Sean Patton, Mark Normand, Joe List, Steve Simone, Al Jackson, and Brant are going to be with
Yeah,
you. That's
Joel
very
gets a
cool.
headline here normally.
That's cool.
Well, since you showed up, we're going to go do a bong rip with you upstairs.
Oh, hell yeah. Out of
First
respect.
picture.
Normally, I would never touch marijuana. It's an evil drug. But for you guys, I'll make an exception.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I smoked a marijuana cigarette at a party once. I could never figure out what the big deal was. Huh.
You're listening to Blazin' Hit Radio.
303-728-3420. Open Phone Friday. Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Molly.
Hi, Molly. Where are you calling from?
Oh, Denver.
What up? Happy Friday.
Nice. To you too. So I've been listening to you guys for probably over 15 years, and I've never called in. So I wanted to
She's
How
a
is that?
virgin.
She's been listening since you guys were 10 years old doing this show.
Exactly. Well, no, Kathie and I did start on the local high school radio station.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. But no. Yes. Thanks.
Thank you. And I can't believe you've never
Yeah, you
called
guys have
in.
I know. I don't know why I haven't. You guys have been such a pivotal part of my life for so long, and I was legitimately upset when you were gone. And my boyfriend actually found out that you guys had your own app and emailed me one day, and I was like, "Oh my God, they're back!"
Oh, nice.
So it was really exciting, and I think Wig, you are such a good addition to the show.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. And I just wanted to say that every morning I laugh every time Larry says, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? It's so funny that you say that because I've been compiling audio for our air check. You know, it's like what DJs make. It's kind of like your audio resume.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I've been piecing audio together. And you know, when people were first calling in and saying, "Why is Wiggins laughing like Bill Clinton?" I didn't necessarily hear it, but after listening to tons of audio, it's almost like Bill Clinton is in the room.
Way.
I swear to God, because she's all,
Is it that laugh?
It's that right there. And I didn't hear it before because we're friends, but now I hear it all the time.
It's all the thumb up.
Yes, exactly. Cheating on your wife who's a bitch. Yeah.
See, I don't even need to fake it. I'm like trying to fake the Bill Clinton laugh. I just need to laugh.
So sad.
It's perfect. When you guys were deciding on doing Christmas songs, I wrote in that you guys should do Baby It's Cold Outside with Jennifer Tilly and Frank.
And we did Jennifer Tilly and Frank. We did do it.
Right.
Yeah, we did do it.
Do a little sampler.
Right.
Oh, did you do it? I didn't do it. Okay.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I got to go away.
Jennifer, it's cold outside.
This evening has been
Oh, you're cold.
so very nice.
I'll take your coat. Your hands are like ice.
My mother will start to worry.
How about a drink?
My father will be pacing the floor.
Take that button off.
I really can't stay.
Oh, no, you're staying. Because, baby, it's cold outside.
Great.
Really, Wiggins? You're making us do this?
I really can't stay.
But, baby, it's cold outside.
I've got to go away.
Baby, it's cold outside.
This evening has been
Was hoping that you'd drop in.
very nice.
I'll hold your hands. Ooh, that's just like
My
ice.
mother will start to worry.
Beautiful. What's your hurry?
Jim Carrey will be pacing the floor.
Come and sit on my lap.
I really better scurry.
Beautiful, please. Don't
Maybe
hurry.
just half a drink more.
Put some records on while I pour.
Neighbors might think.
Baby, it is bad out there.
Hey, what's in this drink?
No, it's bad out there. Just keep drinking.
I wish I knew how.
Oh, your eyes are like
to
starlight.
break the spell.
Oh, let me take your coat off. I'll take your hat. Your hair looks swell.
My voice is starting to fail.
I'm going to move in closer.
I got some cotton mouth. I don't sound like Jennifer Tilly. Because this song is cold outside.
Thank you. Our late Christmas present to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I also thought Christopher Walken would have been good with it, too.
Well, too long.
I
Too
really
bad.
you can't sing. You don't want to hear me sing. It sounds terrible.
Let's Count Dracula.
It doesn't matter because they're all the same.
I want to sing. Look up the song that he did. What's his name? Christopher Walken did with John Travolta in Hairspray. That's the song I want to sing with Wiggins. Or actually, Wiggins could actually sing that to himself.
I don't know the words to this.
Yeah, we don't know this.
Fine.
Yeah.
I'm saying someday.
Who watched Hairspray,
Someday.
Larry? Jesus.
I'm gay.
Okay, yeah, you had to watch Hairspray.
Oh, man. Well, thanks for calling and thanks for listening and downloading the app.
Yeah. Have a good day.
You too. We love you. Thank you so much. And we're glad you found us.
Bye.
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 Sometimes
Bye.
when we talk to listeners, it gets to be that like when we're on a conference call where we don't. Did you say? Oh, then they say.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that Geico commercial?
Okay, that's what I.
I mean,
That's what
did
Listen, when I brought up the Geico commercial before to tell you how funny it was, he was in one of his bad moods and goes, "Why do you even watch commercials? Nobody watches commercials anymore." Now he's over there going, "Hey, did you see that funny
You know what
commercial?"
it was? It was a YouTube intro commercial. It wasn't even on TV.
Whatever.
I didn't. Whatever.
You
just
say it.
Quit.
I'll say something.
Yelling.
Maybe it's my turn to
Yo,
talk.
it's mad at me, Larry.
No, I'm not.
So mad.
Oh, God.
I love you. I love
What?
both of you.
I love you, too.
I was saying I love him, and then I was saying
And then you throw me in there.
I love both of you, but
I'm
no.
always a side note.
No, we are.
Oh, whatever.
I'm
I love all of you
kidding. I
guys.
love
We
you
are
too.
brother and sisters. I didn't have any brother and sisters, so I imagine it's this.
It's like this.
Yeah, because I definitely want to punch Larry sometimes, like an older or younger brother.
But you also love him.
Yeah.
Right.
Mom made us
Right.
wear a T-shirt and get us in the same T-shirt together till we got along.
we were fighting the other day, and Kathie came out of the bathroom. You guys, you're both right,
and you're both wrong. So stop fighting. And then Wig was like, Wig actually took the high road and was like, "Hey, did you hear about this thing I saw online?" And I was like, "Whoa."
It's true.
Like he segued into nice guy.
You're both right and you're both wrong.
Yeah, Larry's more wrong.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hey, so do you want to do stupid news? Do you want to keep reading the text messages? What do you want to do? We have a lot of text messages.
Let's do the text, and then we'll do stupid news after that.
Okay, all right.
By the way, Kathie has some blood work today, so she can't eat. So I'm on a hunger strike with her.
That's so sweet of you.
I know, but once
Until
you
I
leave, I'm
you.
eating something.
Exactly.
Someone sent a Peter Pan gif, laughing my AO off. Larry, every time I see Peter Pan and her traffic, oh Lord.
Yeah, that's her. That's Peter Pan. She actually does the musical Peter Pan at the Buell Theater for the next 6 months.
Right.
So she can't grow her out. Traffic lady.
Someone offered to be Kathie's personal assistant. She'll help you reapply your makeup and go get you deli sandwiches.
Oh my God,
I like
I
that.
would love that.
I quit
I'll
my
pitch in
job
for that.
yesterday, so I'm free.
Oh,
What, you going to get
God.
makeup done too?
No, I'm just saying we could all use somebody that runs for all of us.
I would love that.
We thought about having someone come in and do Kathie's makeup.
Yeah, it's the timing and whatever.
You know
but
what we need?
I would love that. If I had the money, I would hire you.
No, we need an entrepreneurial queen who's starting his Instagram page, who knows how to beat a woman's face,
business.
Right.
knows how to do Kathie's makeup. Bam!
Totally. This one says, "Hey guys, just wanted to say good morning. I love you guys. Always listen on my ride to work. My girls are in the Girl Scouts. I was in Girl Scouts, you know.
Love your
Career
cookies.
Girl Scouts. They've been doing their thing for 6 years now. This year we start selling cookies on Super Bowl Sunday. I want to let everybody know. It's
Hell
exciting
yeah.
because we've been given the okay to set up a cookie booth outside of a dispensary this year.
Oh my God, that's the best way to set that up, because before they were
Totally.
trying to limit that, and then there's just like, people leaving. There's no way I'm not going to buy cookies.
I'm totally going to buy cookies.
Right.
Like, yeah, I mean, and I want, I might pull back on something inside just because I know I got to spend the money when I come out to get the cookie, because there will be nothing better than the right home eating cookie.
Right, because the cookies we got inside, we can only eat one of those.
Right.
We're not.
Right.
We're going to be like, what?
Do you know why girls are smarter than boys, and it's been proven? It's
Why?
because the Girl Scouts have learned what people want and what to sell with those cookies. I'm sorry, the popcorn,
not good.
It doesn't.
We're
It's not good and it's way too
Oh, my
expensive. Like the
God.
cookies might be expensive and they go up, a quarter here and there every year, but at least you know
The consistency
it's
of the recipe.
It's a good flavor,
Yeah.
right?
Right, for sure.
That pop. I'm sorry, Boy Scouts.
I know, we really got, you got to hire this. They finally let gays in the Boy Scouts, so this should be fixed. Pretty soon they'll be like, we have brownies.
So we're selling makeup.
Right.
I don't care what they say about me.
And now,
I go dumb, I go stupid, I get crazy.
come on and clap.
It's Kathie J's Stupid News.
So this is something that Larry would know nothing about.
What?
Fake bomb threats?
Oh, yeah. Well, first of all, statute of limitations.
Statute of limitations, right?
I was a
Expired,
child.
right, totally.
And, it was like it's something I would never do again.
And ever, right?
I mean,
because
after
they can-
9/11, they'll really get you on stuff like
yes,
that.
they will.
Right.
And just like they got this person.
Oh, great.
A guy called in a fake bomb threat to stop his wife from going out and partying with her friends.
I should make a meme. Back in the day when I was a child, you can get away with the bomb threat.
Yeah.
Now they're all up in your face about it.
Yeah, crazy, isn't it?
Hashtag Tide Pod Challenge. Idiots.
That's ridiculous.
I
didn't the Tide Pod Challenge, you're an idiot.
I didn't even bring it up because I thought it was fake. I was like, nobody's that dumb.
They're dumb. They had a kid on Nightly News last night, and he was like, I do it because YouTube took everything down.
Right.
They won't allow you to put them up.
Yeah, but
so
it's
the kid's
still
trying
all
to put
over
it through his
Facebook.
Twitter feed.
Right.
And he was like, I do it because I like the likes. And so he's part of that sad group of people whose self-esteem is based on likes
Doing
for social
anything
media instead of just being,
trying to go viral.
Right. Instead of just knowing how to have your own self-esteem on your own, he's got to get it through social media.
I eat a bad apple and my system's messed up. I can't even imagine what happens to your system after all that stuff, because I know it kills a baby. The baby ate one and was killed, and they had to put locks on those containers now.
They look like candy and stuff. We totally keep ours away. Like so much so that I don't even show them to the girls when I go to put it in the washing machine or the dishwasher, because I don't even want them to really know they exist.
Right.
Yeah. So anyways, back to this guy. 42-year-old dude named Mo Ahmed.
Kill Mo.
Wee! Oh, I thought you were going to go again.
Must kill Mo.
Wee! Okay, so Mo is from England, and he was upset last November when his wife had to go out partying with her friends. Apparently, they'd opened up a gift shop, a sweet little gift shop.
And she's never here. I do all the work, and there she goes out with her friends.
Yep, and they opened it in August. This was November. The shop wasn't doing well, and Mo was working another job on top of that to pay bills. So he didn't think it was fair that she was going out partying with the girls.
Yeah, I could see that.
He called in a bomb threat, and the bar was evacuated and had to close for the night. Cops eventually, just now, after all the work, they finally traced the bomb threat to Mo. He was in court yesterday, got a 6-month suspended sentence for making a false threat. Also has to pay the bar $1,200 in compensation.
Whoa!
Yikes! Because they lost that money.
I mean, that's pretty good. A suspended sentence and $1,200. I thought it was going to be way worse.
And 120 hours of community service.
Wow! And during that whole community service, she's going out with her friends.
Yeah, totally.
She's all sorry. You got to go community service. I'll be out with the girls.
That's right.
Drink.
Whee!
Shots.
A lady who attacked her boyfriend with a knife says, okay, you guys got it all wrong. I just want to cuddle.
Yes, you'll cuddle me or you die.
29-year-old lady from Lakewood, Washington, not Colorado.
Phew.
Just moved in with her man.
Colorado doesn't really make the stupid news very often. Have you noticed?
I know, because we're on it. We got cool people.
That's good. We made the stupid. Last time we made stupid news was before Christmas when the dude tried to rob the store and his pants fell down.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
That was a good
hilarious. One. Okay, in Pueblo, I think is where that was. So, anyways, when this lady who just moved in with her new man got home last Friday, she wanted to cuddle with him, but he wasn't into it.
I guess everybody has their moods or whatever.
Yeah, totally. And if that's something you've been thinking about all day, whatever. So
I know, but sometimes you just want to be held.
Yes, and she tried to kiss him, and he wasn't feeling that either.
Okay.
Sometimes, when you get home from work, you don't want to talk to anyone, let alone cuddle and kiss.
Right.
You need like an hour to, let it all out.
He's all, plus you could use some gum.
So it made her so upset, she grabbed a kitchen knife and tried to stab him.
That's not going to get him in the mood.
No, definitely not. So he called the cops, and she got arrested, and while she was in jail, he moved out. You move out as fast as you can move in.
Right, that process takes a long time for you to get booked and then for you to get out.
Yeah, and the fact that he just moved in probably made it easier. He knew where everything was.
He took the cutlery.
Evidence.
Right.
And finally, this is one we haven't heard before. A guy punches himself in the face to avoid the breathalyzer.
I can only think of Jim Carrey in Liar Liar when he kicks his own ass.
He looks kind of like...
I'm kicking my own ass!
He looks kind of like fat Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, he totally does.
But he's got long hair, the full beard, fat dude. Yeah, so... okay, so 27 years old. Big bushy red beard, Brian Fogg. He was driving drunk in Maine last weekend. Okay, he totally looks like a dude from Maine.
From Maine, driving drunk.
Totally.
Right.
With bushy red beard.
Right,
yes.
Now I want a lobster roll.
Do you ever watch Maine Cabin Living? I love it.
Is it like a DIY show? Or
yeah, but it's like a bunch of people who look like this guy.
And they build cabins?
And they go in and refurbish old cabins that are off the grid that have... I mean, they've done everything. They've done like huge cabins that are on the grid for vets.
Oh, okay.
But they go into places... that you take like a boat or a big, like ATVs to get to.
Oh, nice.
And they totally clean them up. Like, it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool. It's like to sell them or to help people?
To people hire them.
Oh, okay.
So, and they know what they're doing, but
So it's like a home makeover show.
Their accents and stuff, and they show up in like shorts with the construction boots. It's pretty funny.
Sounds like a show for me.
So when they're not attractive.
Oh, okay, never mind that. You're all, this is not on logo, Larry.
Think My Family back home in the woods.
Log cabins, short shorts, decorating.
Yeah, no,
Right,
definitely not
I
that.
got the wrong
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, anyways, he crashed his car into a ditch when he was driving home. When cops got there, he didn't want to take that breathalyzer, so he just punched himself in the face 3 times.
He's like, if I knock myself out, they can't get the breathalyzer. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
It kind of worked. He actually drew blood from the 3 punches. Like, he punched himself.
They're all, sir, you've suffered enough. Just go home.
He was bleeding enough that the cops didn't give him the test because they had to help him with the injuries instead.
They'll call an ambulance. This guy just kicked his own ass. That's funny. We should try that if you ever get pulled over for DUI.
No. Unfortunately for Brian, it wasn't mission accomplished.
They're like, let's do blood work on him.
He was still operating. He still got hit with operating under the influence.
Okay.
Plus, he got extra charges of falsifying evidence and criminal mischief.
And he got charged with kicking his own ass.
Right.
They're like, hey, do you want to charge you or not?
We're
going to pursue the charges either way. That's the law.
I mean, if it's a domestic assault, we have to pursue the...
Personally, I would take you to court. Call or text us now
I'm so excited.
on the YOLO Rum phone line.
Alexa, will you be my friend?
Of course we can be friends.
303-728-3420.
You seem very nice.
And it is Open Phone Friday, so a lot of people have been calling us, texting us at 303-728-3420 on the YOLO Rum phone line. But before Kathie gets out of here, because she's got to go early to the Everyday Show, we have some shout-outs that were sent in to us, helping us with the med issues, because we kind of...
ibuprofen, Motrin,
and a couple other things, but they definitely were setting us straight.
Hey guys, just want to say how much I love you. Listen to you every single morning on my 1.5 hour long drive. But a little tip coming from a nurse practitioner here. Just remember Tylenol for temperature, the 2 T's, and ibuprofen for inflammation, so the 2 I's. All right, have a good morning.
Okay, that was awesome.
Finally. I mean, I am a grown woman, and I'm just now getting this information.
I've been taking Advil for fever forever.
Right, it wasn't doing anything.
Did it right.
You've been doing it wrong, Larry. You've been doing it wrong.
It was helping your joints, but it wasn't helping your... T for 2. Yeah,
T for Tylenol, that's the temperature. Right.
Yeah.
And then
ibuprofen
for inflammation.
Which is crazy because unfortunately, I've been giving Avery ibuprofen thinking it was helping her because it says on the bottle fever reducer.
Right.
But I guess I want to play it safe. I'll play it safe.
That's how they get you, because then you got to keep giving it to them because it's not working.
Maybe.
My question is, have you ever run out of adult Tylenol and then you took 6 of theirs to make one regular Tylenol?
No, I haven't run out yet.
No. Their Tylenol
the day will come.
Good.
Right,
The day will come. Yeah.
These are so good.
Hey guys, this is Kathie. I love listening to you guys in the morning on the way to take the kids to school and on my way to work.
That's slang for pooping.
To you, and I need to clarify a few things in case people are listening and they get themselves into big trouble. Tylenol and acetaminophen are the same, and Motrin and ibuprofen are the same. They all help with pain, but they all don't do the same thing. One of them is just generic brand, the other one is brand name, but ibuprofen and acetaminophen are not the same. Also, the flu shot does not get you sick. I'm the person at the clinic that gives you that shot. It takes away a lot of your immune system's ability to fight things off, so you're very susceptible to getting sick, but it does not give you the flu. Let's be clear with that, because the flu can be deadly or just horrible altogether. Please get your flu shot.
Okay, so everybody in the medical field is pushing for get your flu shot.
No,
it helps their life because then they have to take care of all your sick asses.
Exactly. Like my doctor already sent me a text message and was like, warning, you're just coming in for blood work and to have your annual, but everyone coming in is going to be sick.
Oh my God! So they're like, come to the back door?
No, so they just said, when you get there, ring the bell if we're not at the front desk because we want you to get away from who's sitting in the office.
So you need a Breaking Bad suit to go in there,
right? Technically,
a Monsters Inc. suit.
Yes, but thank you guys.
Hi, Larry. Hi, Kathie. My name is Damien. I live in Aurora. I love you guys. I listen to you guys all the time. Tell Wiggins I said, hey, you guys are great. I'm glad you guys are still together. Hopefully, I get to talk to see you guys on the air sometime.
Okay, he sounded hot. I just couldn't tell if he's white or black.
It sounded like I throw him in his mouth.
If that was Kathie's, angle or my angle.
I think he was
in between, maybe.
Or
Maybe he's
Mexican.
biracial. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, we lose. We don't know. You
Either way, we just appreciate you listening.
No, trust me. Black Kathie gets any other race I get.
No.
So you could be Iranian, I get you. Kathie wins.
No, again, there's some cute Iranians.
Oh yeah.
I've had everything.
Good morning, guys. Wiggins Aussie neighbour here again. I just wanted to say happy Friday. And also, Wiggins, if you're going to drink your coffee naked in the morning, maybe don't do it right in the window. My wife and I had our binoculars out to get a good look, but maybe everybody is not as cool with it as we are, so just be cautious.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a little stalker, but I thought he was going to say something about my sphincter size, and he didn't. So I was like, okay, I'll put you in.
So you're okay with that couple watching you drink your
coffee?
coffee
I don't
naked?
drink coffee, so I'm like, I think he's lying.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yes, I'm drinking cocoa naked.
Here's what I want you to know. So while you were out, Wiggins, with your eye infection, by the way, everything's healed, everything's cool?
Yeah, I can't wear contacts for a while.
So you still got your glasses
Yeah, I'm not
on.
going to be one.
Okay.
I think you look cute in your glasses.
So he sent a message in saying that he had done a shout out, but since you weren't here, we didn't get those shout outs.
Oh, okay.
So I went back and was reading the text messages where he came from. He's in Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Oh.
And he's not Australian. Maybe he is Australian.
Maybe he's from Wyoming.
Maybe, but he's up in Cheyenne.
The accent's so strong, you're thinking it's a put on, but then you're like, I don't know the difference. It could be real.
It could be a real accent.
I thought he said he lived right by you, though.
No, he
I think
does.
he's just playing. He's just messing
so I think
around.
he is playing. But
oh,
you
man,
never
that
know.
sucks. I thought, eventually he's going to come over and really, Wiggins is going to let him in. Let's drink coffee naked together. And I'm all sweet. And the next thing you know, he
drink
can
coffee out back.
They're going to play didgeridoo.
Exactly. I'm all up in Wiggins' awesome blossom.
All right, Kathie's got to get out of here. She's got to do the everyday show, so make sure you check her out on Fox 31. Go for it. What did you guys say?
No, for sure. Yeah, but before I do, you know how we've done the show for years.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And we usually never had a sign off.
Right. We never have a, everybody kiss.
What are you gonna say? Bye.
Yeah, right. Any of that.
Right. A saying or anything like that.
Right, yes. But someone has come up with a sign off for us.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, my gosh.
I vote. Maybe I shouldn't read this.
Why?
The verse is that I vote at the end of every show. You guys close with the saying,
Keep it
tight and suck it easy.
Keep it tight and suck it easy.
Keep it tight and suck it easy.
I don't even know what that means.
It's the Seattle sign off. Ron Burgundy.
Right.
It's
he doesn't.
Keep it classy.
But he doesn't say keep it tight and suck it in or suck it easy.
He says something and keep it classy, Seattle. No, I think he just ends with keep it classy, Seattle.
Can't we
San Diego.
No, he says go blank yourself, San Diego.
Can't we just say bye?
No. I kind of like keep it tight and suck it easy.
Yeah, I don't. Now that I've said it out loud.
I didn't even like reading it.
I already have it on a T-shirt in my head.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
A bumper sticker.
It's good advice.
All right,
I don't know why.
Keep it tight and
but
suck it easy, Colorado.
Right. I like it.